Hello, Internet! We're back! Again! Surprise! You can't get rid of us.
Bo's back. Alright.
Thank you for tuning in to Thimbos and Dragons on the Awfully Queer Heroes channel.
I love that name.
It's such a great name. First off, thank you to them for letting us steal their channel on Saturday nights to tell stories. So if you can, follow, subscribe, give some love, follow them on Twitter, all that good stuff, because they're wonderful. Next, we gotta thank the artists. We have so many amazing artists. We have, hopefully this will drop into the chat. We got Shops, Mackie, Carly, and ACNH Escape. I think those are the ones I'm supposed to thank. If I'm missing one, someone tell me. That's what my notes tell me. So thanks our amazing artists.
How
Go
could
check
the
them
notes
out.
be wrong?
Oh, because I wrote them. Obs. And then, do we have anything?
Oh my god, did we get through this in no time?
Designated faff time. Look, I'm an e-boy.
Designated faff time.
Yeah,
everyone look over at Hectic, please, because Hectic is like hot e-boy right now and is killing it. Killing it.
Actually,
Other things we should probably say, please check us out again tomorrow on our own channel, Aldrich Academy. So check out our fun Aldrich, because next session is going to be Angst! Angst City!
I just wanted people to know, Hectic looks exactly like an influencer, and that's honestly the perfect vibe.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that is the perfect vibe.
Hey, random
Hectic
Eric.
dressed up as their character, and it's wonderful.
In character.
God,
I wish I could look like Harmonia.
I think
Anyways.
have we got anything else? So is that
No, we're having our crises, I think.
I may be adjusting my character sheet because I forgot what the DM told me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So everyone's level 4. So if we're good, we can go ahead and kick this off. So where we last left our heroes after their first heroes-ish. Heroes. Let's just go for it. Don't throw them off my groove. So we last left off our heroes. They spent their first night in this new land that they found themselves. Well, first for 2 of them, 3 of them, a lot for another. They came down to try and figure out what has been plaguing the city. They went to go find the man that they had kind of seen seen the day before, and he was missing. Daughter didn't really know what was going on, but he was definitely gone. While trying to discover what happened, they found some tracks, followed into some field, lost the tracks, kind of kept trying to figure out what was going, and then they just went to go look through a farmhouse at the edge of town, where they found the house completely empty, kind of dusty. And they went down to the barn. Nothing was in the barn. They went down finally to the cellar, only to find it was filled with grotesque, twisted creatures that seemed to be possibly the missing villagers, as there'd been a few. Their last creature they found had a marking on its neck, did not kind of disintegrate like the others. It had 3 black lines, like jagged black lines across their neck. So then they were left to decide what step they wanted to go next. They could follow Typhid Jr. to the capital to go talk to him, try and find Typhid Sr. because they don't know if they found him or not, or another option. So you guys find yourself stepping out of the fruit cellar, kind of dusting yourselves off, tending to some wounds. I think some of y'all took damage. Reeling from the fact that you saw some hideous creatures that, for many of you, might be one of the most disgusting things / horrid things you've seen in your lives to this point. What would you like to do? You are muted if you're talking.
I said, damn it! All right, so what would we like to do?
Uh-huh.
That's my
Yeah, so you guys, you're stepping out. Zalia, your guide so far.
So do we need to go and find the sun first, or you sent a message, or one of us did? I think.
Yes, I had sent a message. Zalia says, I had kind of asked if he was feeling all right.
And he was not feeling ill.
Correct, he said he felt fine, had not seen his father since he had left.
And how long ago did he leave again?
Oh gosh, he left a little bit before, so probably about a month and a half
Oh, then
since
he
he's
would.
left.
Certain. How quickly were people becoming sick?
Well, Senior came back, and then about a week later, the first person disappeared, and then about a week after that. So, a total about one a week, so about 4 people had gone missing.
Oh, then yeah, he would be ill by now unless he was somehow the culprit behind all of this.
That's my thought behind it as well.
Okay. So people are getting sick from magic, which is insane.
I mean, it's not that hard to believe.
That happens quite a bit, actually.
The getting sick from magic part is fine, but like no commonalities, no symptoms, no.
I mean, the most commonality,
Nothing-
they all had the same symptom, and the common things, they were all from our town.
Nothing's
is
gonna
a
make sense
commonality
like
that
it
you-
used to anymore, I don't think.
I mean, I'm afraid I would have to agree to that sentiment.
And like,
Okay.
have you seen this? I'm not sure I'm complaining. Not anymore.
Are you pointing at the dead bodies?
Oh no, I'm pointing at my muscle. I'm flexing my
I was
muscles.
like, I might complain about those dead bodies. You
Oh,
kind of
no.
licked your arm, and
Trust
I thought your thumb was okay.
No.
No, okay, the muscles, yeah, that's cool. The dead bodies, bless.
Oh, no, but you definitely need to bathe.
Oh, what? Is it that bad?
You
Yes.
have fur though, so like the texture.
And you have water,
yeah, so
which
it
means
doesn't- it
you're a
smells like-
living bath.
No, don't. I'm not. I can't. I mean,
Interesting. I can see where this is going. Should I leave?
Oh God,
I
no!
can't-
Stop!
I
Get
can't
out!
really
No,
do
leave!
that.
Leave, because that's not happening. But I would prefer if you just.
So I don't
So
know
should
where
we,
this
like,
conversation has started.
So should we like look at the dead bodies more? I'm not really a mortician.
Well, if you remember, the bodies kind of
Oh, wait.
started disintegrating.
That's right. I
Yeah.
can't do this.
The only one
Yeah.
left is, well, whatever that thing was.
Did we go live with Stardew Valley again? Yes, we did.
Apparently.
Awesome.
Oh,
I changed it.
So as you guys go plant some crops, please harvest these crops. You have to go tend your sheep. I'm assuming Stardew Valley is just like Harvest Moon.
Go that dear.
I've never played Stardew Valley.
I haven't
You only played for like 2 hours.
It's
I
pretty good.
can't get into it for some reason.
I feel like it's Harvest Moon, and Harvest Moon I could play the fuck out of.
I can't.
Yep.
I can't edit the notification. I can just change what game.
That's
we're playing.
fine. It's fine.
So I mean, what do you all want to do?
At this point, the sun seems like a false lead, or anyways, someone might be trying to lead us that way, like a dastardly DM.
I don't know what you're talking about, actually.
Okay, wait. So the son, he's at the capital, right?
He is. He went there to try and get some aid. We've been having a bit of a border dispute with the other region.
Should we go to where the dad was? He was
A border dispute with another region.
I mean,
just a war
since
in Magic Land. Yeah, that makes sense.
well, since the kings died, the regions kind of fell apart, blaming each other.
Right.
Yes.
Border dispute.
How can I help you?
You said if people get really good at magic, they could bring people back to life. Why don't they just like bring the dead guy back to life?
And that's kind of where the dispute's at. We don't really know why. They tried to resurrect both the king and the king's husband, but the magic seemed to fail.
Yes, Magic Land has gay
Um,
rights.
I mean, magic does fail every once in a while. We're not really sure why. There's a few reasons why it might not happen. It could be a spell killed them. It could be a divine reason why they're not getting back. Honestly, we don't know. And so the
there
regions.
are rules. That makes me feel. That's. I mean, I'm
of
very
course
sad
there's
that
rules.
he's dead and can't come back. But also, there are rules, and it makes me feel better.
Of course. But since then, it's been a bit of turmoil. So we've been having a bit of a problem getting resources both to and from.
Yeah, and I don't think much of that turmoil, as much as you enjoy having rules, is a cause for celebration right now.
The turmoil is not good.
It
The
is
magic rules are
quite
the good
hard.
part. You were celebrating the guns, but they're dead bodies.
Not the dead bodies,
Yeah,
just
but-
the guns.
Exactly. I'm just celebrating the rules. That's it. Just the
Yeah,
little
but like the rules are.
What is this?
Reyes be like, I'm afraid if you do travel with them, this might be your future. You
The
do
guns
argue.
are not inextricably linked to the dead bodies.
They know each other before
we
they
don't
came.
know that.
The magic rules are kind of linked
What
to
if
the dead kings.
What if the dead bodies came back? Cause like that we got transformed. You don't know that.
I mean, there's also bad ways to bring back dead bodies. There's zombies and skeletons and
You can
goo.
do that? Oh.
Well, there you go. There go your rules.
I don't like those rules. Okay, maybe the rules. I like the rules, but I don't like this part of the rules. Okay.
Right. So,
Fuck the rules.
I mean, he was supposed to be coming back soon, hopefully with more answers and aid. Things have gotten quite hard around here.
Is he going to be coming back like in the next couple of days or?
How long does the trip take?
To the capital, depending on which route he took. The shortest would probably be, as your DM looks at their map. Oh, that's a long way. The probably shortest way would be if they took the river down over. So I'd probably say it's about a 2-week journey. As long as things, week and a half, 2 weeks. As long as
2
things.
weeks for them to get there. They hadn't left yet, right? They were already. They were still.
They're still there, and
Yeah, then they're not coming back anytime soon.
How long
I
does
do
it take to get to the capital?
about 2 weeks, depending on which. Well, 2 weeks by boat.
Not the
Okay.
capital, the market. You said that he was.
Oh, to the
Sorry.
market. The market takes about, if you go to Vinzel and take a boat down, about 4 days. If you try and walk the whole thing, I mean, that takes a bit more time. Probably takes an extra 2 days or so, 5 or 6 days. But that also really depends on, I mean, traveling the roads aren't the easiest thing in the world. There are creatures, bandits. I mean, just anything really could have happened.
Because having an existential crisis in his brain on if he can just turn into water and travel upriver. He's like, I'm made of water. Could I just?
So, I mean, if you want to go to the capital, I'm sure Carp and Smith probably have a shipment going down. They usually send it once a week, a shipment of parts down to the market. They could probably help get you on the barge and over, but it's really up to what you all want to do.
The market is where people were getting sick.
Well, the market is where Typhus Senior had gone and came back
when
from.
He came back, he was sick, so maybe
Yes.
it's something there.
Then
that
it
got him
does
sick.
sound like at least something on the trip. So that does sound like the best option at this point.
Do you know if he took the boat or if he went on land?
Going down, he would have taken the boat. Coming back up, he did come back with a fair amount of supplies, so he took a wagon back up.
Well, at the very worst, we can find our way there, look around, see what's going on, and then wagon back.
Mhm.
For all we know, it could even be bandits doing this somehow.
I mean, I've heard of weirder things, honestly. I think I'd rather it be bandits and not something horrible.
I think in this world we are the weirder things.
You'd be
Well-
surprised, my friend.
Luke says, holding up his webbed hands. Are we?
Though you are quite odd. You are, oh, here comes a cat. Random
Cat.
tabaxi has appeared.
Kashit.
I mean, it is quite odd. You all not being from this world. And there hasn't been a realm walker in a very, very long time.
Realm Walker. I like the name of that.
Is
Thanks.
that-
Just came up with it at work today.
That's the realm, the like cow person, the like not the fur person's like a realm walker. Is that what that's
Well,
called?
I mean, all of you. Well, I don't know about you, Reyes. If you're from the world, then yes, you're all realm walkers.
That would be accurate, I suppose.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, if I can.
Where did our other friend go? Are they dead suddenly?
Oh yeah, where's
Oh.
Elvis Dragon?
Oh, dude, the Elvis Dragon. I think he's
yeah.
still in the town.
He said he was
Yes.
gonna go talk to people. I think.
Yeah.
Well, we'd sent Tyler over to Sir. Backtracking because Liz forgot that Tyler existed during the game. I sent him to talk to Sir about tabaxis.
But Tabaxis.
Tabaxi
I-
butts.
Tabaxi butts in my face. I'd sent him over to Sir to talk about possible if any in the tavern had anything, if he, because tavern keeps tend to be a bit told a lot. Not many people see them, but they tell them a lot. So he'd probably waiting at the tavern.
And if the dude is an Elvis impersonator, like I probably on the dot presumed, he's probably giving him a show too.
Is he an Elvis impersonator or is he just from Tennessee?
Well, you don't really just be from Tennessee and make all those Elvis puns.
Is Elvis a bard in your world?
Technically?
Yeah.
He was kidnapped by aliens.
The king of rock.
No,
he
dear.
Ooh, that's not funny. He's passed away. He is. I remember that Elvis died on the toilet. Wait, giggle.
Mm-hmm. His heart gave out while he was eating a peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwich.
Which isn't funny, but it's also a little funny. It's tiny bit. No,
and everyone gives me grief. I'm a big Elvis fan, so
listen, you can be a fan and also think that's a little.
It's
come
a
on,
little funny.
A tiny bit on the throne. The king died on his throne.
No, as far as I was aware, it was aliens. Anyway, it's not important.
Have you been here since Elvis died?
Elvis died?
I don't believe you.
Yes, I've definitely been here since whenever that was.
I have a question. Have you guys just been standing outside
Yes,
the root cellar?
Totally.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. I want to make sure we're still just standing at the root cellar.
But
Okay, so let's make our decision. Are we heading to the market and then...
So while you guys are standing there, you see your dragonborn companion running up
yes.
the walkway.
Yes, he's gonna be the NPC!
With Sir right behind them.
Oh, they're dead now.
All of them are dead.
So what's going on now?
There we go.
Everything all right?
Are you coming with us to the market, or are you going to go on a mysterious adventure that we don't quite really know?
Are you gonna find a porcelain throne?
Oh, well, I can't do this Elvis impersonation very good. So, I think I should stay here just in case.
You know, that makes sense. I understand why you need to stay here.
Your voice is hard for the DM.
It's very important that you do.
Your voice is very hard.
To help this city.
Well, I just in case we get called back, I have a family at home. I don't want to miss a chance to go back.
Nope, you were blowing snow all the time, I think.
If you find a way to go back, can you leave a note about how that happened so that we can also go back?
Oh, of course there, little buddy. I can definitely do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't leave you here with my achy break a heart.
Oh my god.
That was actually Billy Ray Cyrus, but it just fit.
Listen. Man makes music.
Oh, you can stay over there at that Heartbreak Hotel that Sir Lee.
There we go.
Sir runs right there.
Yep. Alright, let's leave.
You might be a little bit right. I would maybe be Elvis impersonator.
I mean, that'd actually be quite helpful. You'd help me maybe do some research.
Actually, Tyler, can you talk to Zalia more so that I can watch your conversation happen?
Actually, I think I have to go now. I hate all of this. I hate being a DM. That'd actually be quite useful, having maybe an extra hand to research. I know I kind of called you all here by accident. Well, most of you. I'm still not quite sure how you got here, Reyes.
Well, should we get that arrangements together for the market?
No, of course, we can take you down to the Cop and Smith. If you, Tyler, would like to head back with Sir and grab some books from the temple, I can meet you.
Yourself.
I can meet you there later.
I can definitely do that.
Now do, sir.
Oh, I can definitely do that.
There we go.
Yep.
Just gonna watch this conversation happening.
Has anyone else noticed how all the NPCs seem to have a similar voice?
Fuck you.
Well, no, one of them has like an Elvis voice.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
It's real
Alex.
different.
It's a hard voice, apparently. I never knew how hard an Elvis voice was.
So, okay, so we're getting on a boat, and that's a question for later. Am I saltwater or am I freshwater?
Oh, will you
I
sink
still-
or float? I get
I
it.
still wanna find out about the whole, bowl on the head thing.
What will that solve? Putting a bowl on my head?
I just wanna find out about, how the water changes and how it mixes in and weird stuff. I wanna see if your head dissolves, not gonna lie.
Are
I
you
don't
roused
want
right now? I don't.
I just wanna kinda
Hey,
see.
so you said there was a boat that we could take. Can we take that boat? Cause they
Is
might
there
kill
gonna be
me.
a bowl on that boat?
Don't give me I don't need it.
I'm not quite sure. I suppose we could check.
Just so you understand, based on how this one and this one are, people from our world are very horny and need to be bonked over the head.
Gross.
I'm not
gross.
horny right
Who
now.
the fuck is horny? No.
Right.
Good.
Why don't we all go get you traveler figured out?
Mainly just sweat, but that's kind of the same.
That's what she said.
So why don't you all follow me down here, since Sir and Tyler have already walked away.
They wandered off.
I pointed them to the tavern. So why don't you follow me back this way, and we can go see, and I can research about those marks and also possibly more about the gates.
All right, that's a good idea.
Sounds like a plan.
Fantastic. So you guys kind of head back through, this time taking the path through the crops versus walking through the fields, which are a little quicker since, you're not in the middle of more or less a cornfield.
I'm gonna wander around the corn maze again.
Yes,
There's some kids in there.
they're the children of the corn. Avoid them at night.
I've got this weird religion. going on.
Okay. So, guys, as you turn the corner, Zai leads you over to a building that's pretty close. It's between some of the houses and the Dynid General where you guys had gotten all your stuff at the start of this whole adventure. It's a pretty simple stone building that has these two large doors in the front. The doors are open, and you see right next to the one to the left side is a forge that is burning hot. And with their hand in the forge is a red human, like a dragonoid creature, much like your friend Tyler. And they pull out a piece of metal and bring it over to an anvil and start pounding on the anvil with a hammer, shaping into, it kind of looks like a strut of some sort. And as you get closer, you hear inside there's a sawing noise. And as you look through the building, you see there's actually another set of giant doors where there is another kind of taller, bulky, humanoid-esque creature thing, doodad, in the back that they seem to be sawing through some lumber. So as you pull up, excuse me, Orzen. And Orzen, who's the red dragonborn, kind of looks up. Red scales, very muscular from being both a dragonborn and a blacksmith, because that's really hard work, friends. They're about 6'5", currently shirtless with this leather apron tied around their waist. It just has a bunch of tools in it. And kind of look up. Hi, Zolia. How can I help you? I was actually wondering if you and Zook had a trip planned for dropping some supplies off to town. Oh yeah, let me go get Zook real quick. What are you saying, Izzy?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
I'm just laughing, going, yes, keep talking to yourself.
Right. So Zalia looks at you. So this is Orzen and Zug. Another wild tabaxi just appeared. This town really has a cat problem.
Oh.
They also have no interest in staying anywhere.
No, apparently not, rude motherfuckers.
They pop in. It's cat people opening a door, looking in, and going, no.
No. So I can't look at the chat anymore. So Olsen and Zug, they're all Captain Smith. So hopefully they'll have something here for you. Are you wanting to leave immediately as soon as they're ready, or what's your guys' plan?
Get to the market, see what's going on. Yeah. What time of day is it? I look outside.
I mean, right now.
I look for a watch and I go, no, it's not.
Right now, you guys got up pretty early and figured things out pretty fast, so it's barely crusting noon. It's maybe like 1, 2 o'clock.
That's a good point. Is it better to leave during the day so we have more daylight, or?
I mean, if you plan taking a trip down with these two, you probably leave tomorrow morning. That way you can get any supplies you might need. We can take you over to the general store. We can try and talk him to convince him to have you guys be quote unquote armed protection if you want.
Oh, that would make sense.
Just want to be passengers. You're more than welcome just to be passengers on. I'm sure they won't be upset with that if it's a favor for me.
I'm always happy to be armed protection.
I mean, look at this. I am basically a hired hand.
I can keep the hired help alive.
That is sometimes quite useful. As you're seeing this, the red dragonborn comes back, followed by this like towering 7-foot kind of grayish green skin. They have two tusks coming out of their lower jaw, with short cropped black hair and like black eyes. So this is, you would assume, Zug, who for our D&D nerds is like an orc friend, but you guys don't know that. So Zug kind of looks at you and just go,
Would we know that from LARPing?
Do you LARP?
Luke does.
Of course, Luke.
My God, the nerd.
Look at this boy.
I mean,
yes.
it is roughly a description, though not as like lumbering barbarian, like caveman as our world usually describes them as. You can see, I mean, they're fairly clean kept. They have a white, like cream colored tunic on and brown pants. So look pretty civilized compared to how orcs are usually portrayed.
You wore the brown pants today.
You wore the brown pants today.
It's in a world where they don't make up fake racism for fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. So Zuko, well, how can we help you?
It's more, how can we help you?
You're really leaning with that.
All right. How can you help us?
We need to be your hired hands for your journey.
Look, we're just trying to get passage towards the market. Heard you were heading over. So, if we can get safe passage with you, we'll be kind of your help.
Izzy, roll a persuasion check, but roll with advantage.
I raise my hand and just go, I can't really be your, like...
Ooh, nope. I'm not gonna need it.
But I can, and I just open up my medical bag and pull up...
I'm never gonna roll good again. I got an 18 and a 19.
Oh. There goes the rest.
Is it
I didn't
persuasion?
Even take out my fucking
persuasion,
dice.
Yeah.
So 20 or 21.
Okay. So Zug will kind of look at you and then lean over to Orzen and kind of like whisper in his ear, and then Orzen will kind of nod, like, well, at least two of you look like you could handle a fight. And you said you're a healer of some sort?
Yeah, I'm just here to keep people from dying. That's really it.
Right. Well, I guess that's kind of necessary. It gets a little crazy out there sometimes.
You'll never know if you're gonna die, and you kind of need someone to keep you from not dying.
Well, that's what we definitely like, is not dying.
And get this, they went to a school to heal people with their hands without magic for 7 years.
I do also know how to heal people without magic. That is true.
And you had magic to use? Interesting. Alright. I mean, to each their own, I guess.
This is the exact face
Well-
that Link is making. Just
If Zalia can vouch for y'all, I guess we do have some stuff we could send down to market. It's actually my turn to take it. So, how soon y'all want to leave?
Tomorrow morning would be fine. We can take this time to get supplies, whatever we need.
Ozen, we think we can get a supply run ready for tomorrow morning. Ozen kind of thinks about it and kind of like holds up a finger and walks back in. You kind of hear some clinking, like, ah, son of a, as a big thunk was heard. And I think we can do that. So if y'all meet us back here bright and early tomorrow, we'll take a cart down to Venzor and then hop on the barge from there.
Thank you very much. Shall we leave?
All right. Guess we should go pack some stuff up.
I'm just gonna look at Zog, give like the most awkward like shoulder scrunch thumbs up. Thank you, and then pat them on the arm and accidentally cast guidance. Thank you.
Okay, so as you kind of cast magic, Zog kind of looks at you and is like, 7 years.
I'm also staring at my hand because I don't know what I just did.
Right.
I don't. To be fair, it was more like 7 years school plus 2 more years rotations. It's besides the point.
To be fair, basically, long story short, kind of new with learning how to use the magic properly.
This is new to me. Well, the magic part's new to me. The healing part, I could do that. I have done that in my sleep. Surgery, when you haven't slept in 3 days, is something else.
It's
I'm so glad I got y'all to come on this run with me. So, ooh, he added some slides. Good job, Kat. So, well, let me go get some stuff ready.
all right. Let's get out of here. Wild tabaxis.
Wow, yeah, there's a real problem in this town. So Zood kind of like gives you the 2-finger salute and starts heading back in, kind of yelling, "All right, let's start gathering stuff. Make sure you grab those chairs I built last week. And any of y'all's wagon supplies.
And don't be zombies.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Alright. So Zaya looks at do you need supplies? I feel like we gave you quite a bit. Is there anything else you might want?
I
From-
think we're okay.
I think
Okay.
Is there any chance we could extort more of these potions from the general store?
There might be a little bit. Actually, if you all want to follow me to the temple real fast, I feel like we owe you a little bit of something for helping the town.
I
Ah,
also have a
perfect.
quick question.
Of course.
What my wallet disappeared when I got here, and now all I have is this like bag of coins. Is this like, how much is this?
That's the
Um,
currency for
well-
here.
Where?
Why don't you follow me? Let's go talk about some things in the temple.
Okay.
We could probably figure out, like, the currency rate when we get there.
Feels like it's not that much. I've only got like 10 of them.
She leads you over to the temple. When you step in, I mean, the door's still kind of broken from what you saw when you first came in, but it looks like it's kind of been like set back up a little bit. Inside's obviously been cleaned up a bit, like the broken glass and planters and bits of wood. Still looks pretty damaged, but not as bad as it was. So Zaya leads you all over to a table. And, it's like, if you want to dump out your bag, we can try and tell you how much is in there.
Okay.
There's a few types of coins in this world. There's copper ones, and silver, and gold, platinum, and then one that I don't think you'll ever see is electrum, but we don't talk about that one because no one uses it.
I only have one type. It's like, I got like 10 of these little... Are these real gold?
Yes, they are. Well, the gold is mixed with a little bit of iron, so they don't bend as easily because gold is quite malleable.
That makes more sense.
But they're mostly all gold, yes.
Okay.
So I guess 1 gold equals 10 silver pieces, and then 1 silver piece equals 10 copper pieces. So, wait, what? I have a thing in front of me because I don't remember off the top of my head.
D&D math is mean.
And either way, you do have some coins. I have some coins.
And then, if you excuse me, Zalia's going to go back to. You would know this, Reyes, because you've been in the temple, back to more or less her room, and rummage around for a moment, and then come back, and she has her own like little velvet bag, and she dumps out 10 gold coins and like 5 silver coins onto the table. I'm like, I feel like this is for you, as a thank you for helping both me and for helping the town with whatever those are. Or of whatever those were, really.
Good.
Is that a lot? A little?
I mean, it's not much, I know, but it's.
I don't know how much that is.
Every coin counts, and I pick up every single one of them, and
I'm going to slap your hand when you do.
look at them all. Oh, you want to slap my hand? I'm gonna avoid that.
Don't.
Yeah, go ahead and do a contest. Do a hit if you want to slap their hand, and you can contest with the dex save if you want.
Would that be considered like an unarmed strike?
Yeah.
Just to.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 21.
Oh, well, we tied.
What's your dexterity score, Reyes?
+4.
And yours, Harmonia?
+6.
Wait.
Your dexterity's +6?
Oh wait, no,
can't have
you
a
said it was
+6.
to hit.
I know.
Oh.
We both tied,
dex.
both got a 21. We both got a 21 roll.
Yeah,
For a
my
save and a
modifier was a
hit.
+6.
Oh, well, for dex save, if that's what we're doing, I rolled a 23.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were doing it. Okay.
Yeah, so you go to slam your hand, like slap their
I
hand, and they pulled away.
Was going to split them, I say, as I pass 3 coins to you and then 3 coins to Luke.
Wait, how much was it? She gave us
10 coins. I kept some for myself, but I
10
was
gold, 5 silver.
10 gold, 5 silver. So wait, no.
Shouldn't that be 3
Put it all
gold
back down. Put it all back
for
down.
everyone
You-
and like 5 silver for everyone?
Okay, but how are you going to turn? All right, Jesus.
No.
Here is
This is how we're
here's the gold. Please turn this into 5 silver pieces each.
Nope, put it on the table. This is how we're doing this.
I will be back in a second. I will put it on the table.
3 gold for everyone, and then the rest we give back.
Hello?
3 gold and 1
Yeah.
silver for everyone, and then we just give back a gold and 2 silver.
How about 1 gold, 1 silver per person?
Well, because if you split it by 10, that would.
Because if there are 10 gold on the table and 5 silver on the table, just take 1 of each for everyone and we give the rest back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we
not
need
that bad.
money? I feel like we might need that.
I don't
Are
know.
you sure? You guys are more than welcome. You've definitely earned it.
I don't know.
We just give back a
You
gold
kind
and 2
of
silver.
you kind of gave us this whole super badass cool world. I think we should
You
like,
did also give us all of our clothes and
our clothes,
weapons,
yeah.
and
clothes, weapons, telling us what the hell's actually going on here.
Well, I've tried. I feel like I haven't told you everything, but
Yeah, you told us the important stuff, at least in my eyes.
right.
Unless like there's some giant rampaging dinosaur around in the world that we still need
Well,
to take.
Actually, I've heard rumors of giant
Dinosaurs.
reptilian creatures far up north, but I've never seen them. I've always assumed they've just kind of been a rumor, but I've heard those rumors from travelers before.
Are there dinosaurs in this world? Like living dinosaurs?
I mean, I don't know if I'd call them dinosaurs. I don't. What exactly? How do you describe a dinosaur?
Dinosaur's like a.
Short arms, big head. Can't see you if you're not moving.
That's only one of them.
Hey, do you also have
Some-
pterosaurs?
Buy some of them.
I mean, I've just a source of giant reptilian-like creatures.
That would be accurate, yes. Well, they do have dragons here.
I mean, they're
That
also
makes
dragons.
sense.
If you see a dragon, you should probably turn the other way.
I look around for our Elvis impersonator friend.
He is not there.
Oh yeah.
How I was trying to say we should split this is that since I am more knowledgeable of this area, I would be better served at figuring out what we need the money for. So.
No, we're taking
3
1
gold
gold,
for
1
you.
silver apiece.
But how was that? Okay, did you just say 3 gold and 1 silver apiece?
No. 1 gold, 1 silver.
But there was 10
They want to give
pieces.
the rest of it back.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, then you can have 1 gold and 1 silver. You can have 1 gold and 1 silver. I'll keep the other 8 gold,
No,
I
no,
guess.
no.
I don't want 1. Can we just split it evenly and give back 1 gold and 2 silver? As
Oh.
like a thank you? Because Zali really helped us out and is kind of amazing and bought us all this gear.
Okay, I'm gonna pull them aside. When an NPC gives you a quest and they provide you with the amount of gold that they give you at the end, you can't just give it back. If you give them back the gold, they're just gonna be very confused.
But it's also the nice thing to do.
Yeah, but they're also gonna disappear the moment that we leave this area.
No, she's a
Do you assume that this
person?
whole place has rendering everywhere?
Do you think this is a game?
Do you not?
This feels decidedly real in like the worst kind of way.
Can you not see your stats?
Can you?
Yes.
Where?
Do you not have a little box?
No,
Don't worry about
I
it.
still have anxiety. If this was a game,
Perhaps
I
everyone
wouldn't
here
have
is also
anxiety.
NPCs.
You have anxiety.
Alright, so we'll each take 3 gold, and I will give the remainder back, and I will hand her the remainder, and I'll point at her as though, like, see, this is what's gonna happen when we give some of the gold back.
Are you sure you don't want all of it?
You just
I mean,
keep it because we feel bad and you've been amazing and you deserve it as well. You also
Yeah.
helped us fight those things.
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Also, is this world real? Because they think this is a game. Is this real?
I mean, it's quite real. I don't.
Good, because if I'm in a fake world and I still have anxiety, I'm gonna hurt someone.
I certainly hope it is real.
I mean, based on movies I've seen, this is just called a residual self-image.
Stop.
What?
Stop saying words.
I don't like this.
See?
Let's move on.
I don't get it. Well, let's take you over to the general store. If you want to head over there, I can meet you back at the pub later. I have some books I want to collect. I think it might be useful to you.
I don't have any more gold.
So she's shooing you away.
We will leave and go to the store as told.
And no one remembers how I used gold, pay for things for us when y'all didn't know what money was. Anyways,
you?
it's
Oh.
fine.
I thought Zalia did. She paid
I
for all of
did.
her stuff.
I paid for stuff.
Oh, I thought she paid for it.
It's cool. Anyways, I stole a potion. It's alright.
So you guys head back over to the store. I mean, it seems a little, since you guys kind of took a bunch of stuff, there's obviously like holes on
In the walls?
shelves
Oh my
and
God.
stuff where you guys had kind of gotten stuff because there hasn't been a shipment because of the hellhounds and things that are going on. So you walk by. Oh, hello, my friends. Welcome back. How can I be of service to you?
I've seen this NPC before in a game. Alright, so
Okay, even if you think that they're NPCs, they still have like emotions and feelings and are people that you should be
they're
nice
still
to.
people.
they're just programmed. Anyways, it's
You're
fine.
just programmed by your brain. You're still
There
a
you
person.
go.
You're just neurons firing at each other. That doesn't mean you don't get to, be treated
So is
like
there
a
something
person.
I can help you with?
I don't know anymore.
My brain's kind of fried, so I don't know.
Can you get
Alright,
not
so-
die stuff for us, like drinks to not die and food to not die with?
Oh,
How much
you
are
want
those?
some healing potions? Well, oh gosh. Let me check in back real quick. Hold on, one moment. And so you see he kind of stands up.
Alright,
And he's
not
like
Pumat.
pretty. I'm not stealing Puma as much as I wish you could be Puma.
Oh,
I'm
God.
kidding.
Well, okay now. How are we doing?
So he kind of like waddles just a little bit away, because he's a pretty like portly guy. So you hear him kind of round around behind a door that he went through. And he's gonna make. All right. Was this gonna pull up? So this is why I have a nice DM screen, but I can't put up my DM screen because I have too much crap on my desk. I have a very nice DM screen that my human got me. Okay, so he comes back and is carrying a kind of like it looks like the like milk bottle crate kind of that like we have in our world. It has 6 different bottles in it. So sitting down, you see there are 2 bottles that are like a red color. You then see one that's kind of like a, for the most part the liquid is clear, but there's this like weird swirl of silver with like kind of some like random gray chunks in it. There's another one that's a gold potion, like kind of the swirly gold that you sometimes see. And then the other one looks like water. Just like a completely clear potion. It's like, so I have this regular potion of healing. This one will be 60 gold pieces. And then I have this other one that is a bit greater than the last one. It can do a bit more healing, I'd say. So this one is, he kind of looks at it and turns it over. It's like, this one's 100 gold pieces.
Well, do you happen to have a "we saved your village, so thank you" discount?
Do you have
Make a
anything less than,
persuasion
like,
check.
10
Oh,
gold?
God damn it! Why do I keep talking?
I don't know. You're the one who keeps talking.
That's a 17. So I've rolled a 19, an 18, and a 17 so far.
You
So it's
just-
going downhill.
You're just going one by
That's-
one down.
That's 19 in total.
Okay. He kind of looks at all you and kind of looks at his potion and kind of looks down his door. He's like, well, you did help us, and hopefully that help me in the end. Because, you know, I need stuff. It's,
You could also have been dead. Very likely possibility.
So how about this? You can get both the greater and the regular healing potion for 100 gold pieces.
God damn it.
Okay, if I don't have that, what then?
Oh, we don't have that much money.
Then,
Do you have a poor person's potion?
Do you have, like, will keep me alive for, like, 5 minutes,
You-
maybe?
Do you have like a whiskey shot? Like, you know, it's not this just the potion this much.
Did
It
you
I
say,
do
like,
have a lovely bottle of whiskey. It's 10 gold pieces. It actually
God,
comes from
we
the
can't even
mountains.
afford. How much is everything in this world? Oh my God! All right.
I mean, that's if you want a cheaper whiskey. I do have this one that's like 10 silver pieces, though it might.
Out of
put
curiosity, if we go outside and kill random animals, will we find coins inside them?
Why would there be coins inside of the animals?
I guess if you've eaten, get some big bears that might have eaten someone, but if you are nice to the cats,
Fancy in
sometimes
this
they
game
might
is a
bring you
little
some
more
gold.
complicated than I expected. All right, we're gonna have to do more quests.
Oh God! Hey, you said you had a whiskey for 10 silver, right?
I do, but it might put some hair on your chest. Not
I point to
slightly,
my
I don't-
fur.
I mean,
Fair enough. Yes, 10 silver for this. And he kind of pulls out, underneath the counter, it's just like nondescript brown jug. There's like no label in it. There's like a cork. Sir, can I help you?
You want some of the whiskey?
Does want some whiskey. You drunk?
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
So there's this for you.
And 10 silver is equal to 1 gold, yeah?
Indeed.
I'm gonna just slide a gold over the table.
How about this? Do you have 5 silver? You did save our town.
Hold up. I have to look. Nah.
He'll take your gold pieces and he'll give you 5 silver back.
Hey, that's my man.
Well, we came here for potions, and you ended up with booze.
I mean, to be fair, you got,
Good
I
talk.
guess, spirits, alcohol of some kind.
I am gonna be in very good spirits later.
It's pretty strong stuff, so make sure you're ready for it, my very tall friend.
Is it like moonshine levels of strong or like fireball levels of strong?
We'll fucking find
please,
out.
it's not a fireball. I'm not saying that is in fact a fireball potion of any type.
Have you
Oh,
never had
no.
Oh.
Where we come from, there's a liquor, kind of strong. It's called Fireball.
Yeah, there's this whiskey that's called Fireball. It's kind of like hot, and it makes you burn on the inside, but it's great.
If it burns and it's pretty powerful, that sounds like a great name, because, you know, fireballs are pretty
Is there anything
powerful.
around me that's not nailed down while these two knuckleheads are distracting him?
Yes, there's a lot of things not nailed down.
Thief.
I mean, there's like spell components. There's like camping gear, adventuring gear.
Available for swiping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you roll high enough, you could try and take one of the potions that are like right in front of him.
Y'all, I just rolled a 16. I'm actually kind of worried.
You are genuinely going down one
You're
by
just
one.
going down. What happens when you get to the bottom?
And you hit the 1. I guess it resets and goes to 20.
With sleight of hand, come on, mouse. That's a 27. 27. Sorry, 24. That's not even close.
Let's see. Does he notice you? Whoop. He doesn't notice you. So while he's talking, what are you trying to take exactly?
I'm not being a real douche. I'm just grabbing one of the little potion.
Okay, you're gonna grab the little potion. Okay. So as he's talking, you kind of like edge yourself to the edge of the counter and just really quickly switch out the healing potion with like another bottle that was like sitting on the counter like behind you, or the shelf behind you. So it, kind of obviously looks like.
Well, at this point, I don't think we can do any further business. I will come back to you when we have more gold for those that excellent deal you offered us.
I can also give you I'll give you some rations if you're leaving.
We do need food.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
That would perfect.
How much for rations?
Well, for saving our town, because we couldn't make a deal for these potions, I can give you a week of rations for each of you for free. They're not the best ones, but
that will be just fine. That's as much.
They'll
as
get us through. That's the important thing. Thank you.
He will go back and come like into the back room, come back out with like a crate, and hand you each a week's worth of rations. They look kind of old and dusty, but edible.
They're edible, and that's what's important.
You kind of get the sense that Tanis Dynad, the owner, is kind of a cheapskate and kind of an asshole, just a little bit.
Okay.
So, all right. So you leave. So add a week's worth of rations to your stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And
I got some fucking whiskey.
Please remember, General, next time you're in the area, if you'd have, hopefully with this problem and taken care of, we have more stuff to offer you when we come back through.
Yeah, if you can.
Hopefully, we'll have the gold to afford it.
Yeah,
I hope so too.
Some like magic books when I get back.
Oh, I can order those especially for you, but they are not cheap, my friend. But I can order them for the town's hero. And he kind of gives you a pretty swarmy, like, smile.
Okay. Alright, bye.
Thanks for stopping in. Remember, I'm the best stuff you'll find in the area, so be sure to stop back in.
I thought he was gonna say I'm the best fucking merchant here.
I'm the best merchant here, motherfuckers.
This is true. Listen, he is the best stuff you're gonna get in the area.
It's true.
And that's maybe the problem.
Yep.
So as you guys kind of leave this area, this business again, where would you like to go?
As we're leaving, like once we leave, and we get outside, I'm gonna be just flinging this potion bottle up and down up in my hand. So, that went well. Thank you, you two.
Did you
I'm gonna smack the back of your head.
steal that?
They don't care.
I feel like they do care, even though he kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
that's kind of ruining livelihoods.
Okay, question. Is this what you do when you think there are no consequences in the world? Your immediate thought is crime and hurting people?
So, do you remember
anyone?
that one series of games where you would do shit, and then in the corner of the screen it'd be like, hey, either this action is gonna have consequences or people are gonna remember that. That's you right now. You're kind of being an asshole.
Like, okay, these people, if you
All
think
right,
they're
well,
not real...
If you want, I could just go and give this back to them.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, because you kind of stole it in the first place.
I could go and give it back. Would you want me to go and give it back? I'll go and give it back.
I'd love to see what would happen when you brought it back.
If you lived in a world with no consequences, your immediate thought isn't help people, it's take from them?
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
You just wanted to take
If you saw the way that they treated me when I first arrived, you would understand.
What? Why would they be
Well, we didn't.
You showed up and have, like,
Certainly.
protection powers or something. You're like a planeswalker or whatever.
When I showed up, they chased me out of villages, tried to kill me, and called me many horrible names. So at least your introduction to this world was much better than mine.
Okay, but you look like just like, I mean, like, okay, I could maybe get if I looked like a water person or like a vague cow, I'd get it, but also, like, you're just like somebody.
If at any point someone tries to remove my masks, don't let them.
Is that why you wear a mask? Because you're, like, hiding from the government? Towns? Is there, like, a centralized
That's
government?
the thing. When you say don't let people uncover my masks, that just makes me want to uncover the mask my damn self.
Okay, that's not fair. Don't do that. That's maybe we don't do that.
I'm not gonna, but it's tempting.
Either way,
we respect people's autonomy and choices to not be unmasked. That we got to do that part.
Just consider me a luchador. Anyways.
I mean, they're... Okay.
Awkward conversation aside, I have at least given us another chance to live if anything happens. So, let's continue, I guess. Do we need another night's rest, or...?
I mean, I could use a nap.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at
Can't
my
really
two
sleep
spell
now
slots.
because it's still like 2 in the afternoon, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could practice doing
Perhaps
this.
we can find another NPC to get a quest from. A very quick one. Perhaps killing some wolves in the back or something.
I mean, where would you like to go? There is Diamond General behind you. Across from that is the Drunken Spoon. Next to that is a kind of nondescript building you haven't been in yet.
Never give us the nondescript buildings. We'll want to go there.
And I'm like, nondescript? I've never been there before.
I'll go to the we'll go into the Drunken Spoon and when we get in there, who's all here?
Walking into the Drunken Spoon, it's a bit busier than it was when you guys got here the other day. There seems to be a few more patrons eating. You see a tabaxi in the corner that's kind of eaten off of a plate, kind of making faces because it does not look very appealing. You see there's a few people at another table, both with pointed ears, long brown hair, pointed ears. One seems to have kind of like grayish blue skin. The other one seems to be like a pinkish skin, like magenta pink skin. You see Sir behind the bar.
Considering this is a tavern, I assume someone in here has some kind of quest that I can do in under 24 hours and be rewarded for. I say to everyone.
Everyone, there's like the general, like conversations. It suddenly gets really quiet. Everyone just kind of stares at you for a moment, and then Zalik, who's at the bar with Sir behind it, and your friend Tyler there as well. Some books spread out. I was like, why don't you three just come here real quick?
I am standing, casting shape water on my hand, by the way. I'm going to follow, but I'm just watching the color of the water on me change. Going,
okay.
What?
Ah, good. So you're here, so you must have another quest. What else do we need done?
I mean, I don't quite have a quest for you. It's more of, I know you're not quite from our world, though you've been here for a little while. It's not quite... People don't often just walk into an establishment asking for a quest for money.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I mean, if you're looking for something to
everywhere else
do...
I went.
It's gonna lean over to Reyes. Have you ever LARPed or played games where you have to stay in character?
Am I not in character right now?
True, but if you're in character, you
do I hear this?
Think of it like a quest. I mean, I'm not whispering. I'm whispering, so I'm not just saying this in front of Zalia.
I mean,
but I'm not
what would you call it? A task?
But I mean, imagine in character, if someone just walked into a bar and said, "Hey, anyone got a job for money?" That's weird.
I mean, look at me. I look like a mercenary.
You do kind of look like a mercenary. You know what? Actually, I take this back.
I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here. I'm just living up to the appearance that I was given.
You know what? This is fair. I'm gonna backtrack. This does sound like mercenary work.
Tug at Luke. You
LARP? Yes. We have a group thing we do.
Fucking nerd. In a good way.
Oh, okay.
That's real fucking dedication.
Say, did the 7 years of college really not give it away?
Yeah, that is pretty good.
It's true. A good kind of nerd, because I always wanted to do makeup looks inspired by that kind of stuff.
Oh, you should really talk to... I have this friend, Savannah. She does all of, our makeup, especially in combat. She'll, give you this really cool scar. My friend, he has this, really jagged scar across his face that she always does whenever he gets there. Because, in our last game, he got his face ripped off by a dragon.
Oh, my. Your world sounds very violent.
No, that didn't...
I didn't know you all...
No. It's like a story. It's like a story.
Oh.
But yeah, no, we had a couple of games. We had that one. We had the one where we had to fight this vampire, but then everyone got horny for the vampire.
Curse of Strahd who?
Maybe. Listen.
That happens here quite often as well.
Every time there's a hot vampire, and everyone's like, we could sex him, and that'll solve the problem.
Oh, good. There's continuities between our worlds. Perfect.
Vampires are just hot. Can we just agree?
Depends on the
Zaya will look over at Sir and Dick look at him and be like, so I have a lot. Every time each of you talk, I just have more and more questions about your world, to be honest.
I have more every time you say things. I have more questions, and then I ask those questions, and they make me think of more questions.
But if you're looking for a job to do, I can send you over to the law master's office. They often have a wanted board, though I don't know if any of them would take
I clap excitedly and hold my hand out to both of them, high five. See, I found the quest.
Most of them would probably take you some time to get there.
I pull Luke's hand to try and keep you from high-fiving.
What? I'm gonna put up my other hand and do... I'm not gonna do an actual, high five. I'm gonna do... You know when someone, awkwardly just puts their hand to yours and, that's worse?
Oh my god, you're such a nerd, it hurts. And I love it.
And you're also your hand's wet now.
That can't be any worse than someone who likes put their hands around a fist.
Oh, I've done that before. Luke's done that, definitely. Just go.
Right.
Also, your hand is wet now.
Oh, this is a connection I was not ready for.
So I know a few of you had questions about possibly how you got here. I did have Sir and Tyler here bring over the book that has kind of the heroes, the Realm Walkers legend.
Oh, good.
You'd all like to hear it?
Lord.
Do you have popcorn?
What was that?
Have you?
Never mind.
Dried corn kernels. If you dry them out and then place them over a fire, they pop into a new kind of food. It's actually really good.
Oh, I
It's
don't.
like very light and airy, and if you put
Are
like
you telling
salt
me
or
that
butter...
in all of this universe, no one has ever accidentally thrown a fireball at corn?
Yeah, no one's burnt... Well, you do have to dry it first. You can't just throw it at corn. You have to dry the corn out first.
But I mean, I guess.
I mean, I guess a corn mill or any corn grains would be where you do it, but it's a process. It's not, you can't just do it at regular
Either way,
corn.
yes, this story that you had for us?
Right. I feel like every time I talk to you, I get more and more distracted.
Are you going to do this in a big booming voice?
Is it because you have ADHD? They make medication for that?
They don't here.
I don't know what ADHD is. You're just very distracting. I do have the book. If you'd like to read yourself, you can. I can tell you about it if you'd like.
This isn't a storytelling. All right.
I mean,
there's no cutscene.
If you'd like me to read it, I can definitely read it.
Sure, I would like that. I sit at a table and put my feet up on said table.
Right.
I'm just gonna push your feet off the table.
Feet off.
You see, sir, as you put your feet on the table, kind of like glare over at you. And
I saved your life.
Luke pushes off. He kind of looks at Luke and kind of gives a nod.
Okay,
Right.
saved his
Give
life,
any of
but,
you
like,
a drink.
manners exist.
I pull out the bottle that I got from the general store.
He'll look at your bottle and be like, and then put out a glass.
Right. Anyone else want a drink?
You're calling me rude. You brought alcohol into a tavern and are drinking from it yourself.
That is also rude. Can I have water?
Oh, it is. Sorry.
I can do that.
Can I have not me water?
He kind of stares at you for a moment, and then
Actually, can I have
pulls
a cup?
out a glass, and then like kind of like goes to a bucket of water and fills it. I mean, the water's like clear-ish.
Can I want to just put my finger in the water and cast shape water to move the water away from whatever else is in it. Just like...
Yeah, I mean, you can see it's just like general sediment. I mean, there's no water filtration.
Guys, I made the water.
So with your control water, you make the water a bit lighter, and the sediment kind of sinks to the bottom of the glass. So the water looks much clearer.
I made...
Good job, Britta.
Oh, by the way, Sarah, I'm sorry about the whole, bringing my own whiskey. I thought this was more like a friends thing, like a BYOB instead of you're still my customer thing. Sorry, I probably...
It's fine. If you want to put that poison in your body, that's your choice.
Poison?
Isn't all alcohol poison, technically?
I mean, did you get it from the diner general?
Yeah.
You're kind of looking like...
Well, look there.
Wait, is this a Dollar General?
His Dollar General. Diner General.
Did you just get his... They only paid $1 $1.
Oh, I didn't catch. They paid 5 silver.
I actually
No,
paid
it
$5,
cost
so I paid
$1
$0.50.
and he said he'd give it to you for 5
That's
silver.
true. You paid for 50 cents.
It's $1.
I didn't even catch it. That's Dollar General. I guess that's, subconsciously I drive by Dollar General every day to go to work.
I was like, that's Dinah General. They only paid $1 $1. This is the dollar store.
Everything else was more than $1.
Dollar store.
And
How
then he'll
good
look
can
over
it
at you, Reyes. And you? Do you want a drink?
Yeah, sure. Get me something that's hard and costs $1, and I'll hand him $1.
Okay, he will just pour you like a general ale and put the cup down in front of you. Or down on the bar and just kind of looks at you expectingly to get it yourself.
I will stand up and walk over and grab it, and then walk back over.
Right. If everyone is set, shall I go ahead and start reading this?
Perfect. I am excited.
I'm just gonna silently, while they're reading, put my hand on Harmonia's jug of alcohol.
Oh, I was gonna down it before she even started.
Oh, okay, the minute I see, I'm just gonna put a hand on it and go, give me it. Wait, I wanna try this.
What?
And I'm thinking about being a Brita filter, so that I can cast Purify Food and Drink.
Britta Bob wants to clean your drink.
I'm thinking about I'm a Brita filter, and that's how I'm casting Purify Food and Drink.
Right.
Silently. I'm doing this quietly and letting her continue talking.
How do you deal with us?
I don't know right now.
This has cats. They know. They've already had
I do have cats. I just let y'all do what you want to do. We're gonna see what happens because
So I'm holding up my hand and I'm ready to cast minor illusion to everything they say that sounds spooky. To add some element to this story.
I'm just listening while I silently be a Brita filter. I'm letting her talk. I'm not interrupting. I'm just, as an aside, Brita filter on their alcohol.
After the Brita filter occurs, I'm definitely downing that shot.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I can't with any of you. I'm gonna quit. This is it. This is the last episode. Thank you for joining, everyone.
Everything within 5 feet is also free of poison and disease.
Yeah, you see what
no.
the
my powers of being toxic.
Within 5 feet
of me, yes.
The magenta elf who's kind of like at the table behind you guys, who like you as you gotten closer, you can tell was like a little drunker. Suddenly is like kind of like sits up and just kind of like looks at their drink, looks around like.
It's just the food and I mean they can also sober up, but yeah, it's just the food. I'm just going Brita filter.
Well, their drink suddenly tastes a bit different.
Oh wait, does it remove the alcohol from it?
I mean, it's
pure
poison.
Poison and disease.
Which I would take alcohol as a poison because it in fact poisons your body. It reacts differently with your system.
Right.
So, Harmonia, your drink, though tastes like crap, you notice is not getting you as drunk as you thought it would. As Sir was kind of making a big deal about, and so like, roll a general like knowledge, just add your like general knowledge or intellect score. Knowledge score, what the fuck I'm talking about. So just roll for intellect real quick.
I didn't realize alcohol counts.
I'm not that smart, especially when I roll a 4, so that's a total of 5.
So like you're just thinking that Sir was maybe being a little bit dramatic because this doesn't taste like it tastes bad, like it should have alcohol, but like you are not getting drunk off of this as you take like shot after shot after shot.
Is it like when you go to drink a fizzy drink and it doesn't have any fizz anymore?
Or if you drink like a non-alcoholic beer, like it still has the gross beer taste, but
I've never had a non-alcoholic beer.
It still has beer taste, but zero fun.
Mm-hmm. Those are. What's the point at that? I mean, I guess I know why.
Where's the fucking point? Where's the fucking point? If you like
a fruity drink, then.
Where's the fucking point?
There.
Okay.
There.
What? So like every time Zalia gets ready to talk, stuff's happening. So I was like, right, what's up?
You're right. This is gross. Get me good stuff, please. And I just hand him the fucking gold.
I mean, how many shots have you just been taking a couple of shots?
Yeah, I have like...
He just kind of looks at you and he's like a little bewildered that you've had zero reaction, and so he like takes your gold and gives you an ale, like a cup of ale.
There we go. Now I'm going for the real stuff.
I am staring at Zalia so she can talk.
If you're all ready now. She gives you the teacher look.
Before we start.
She slaps you across the face.
I'm sending you back to your home.
In the beginning, when there's just the gods, they created this area, this world as you see, and it was also connected to another world. These connections were maintained through doorways, and anyone could cross by. Well, one world the gods had filled with magic, and the other a lot more technological things. They were able to make things like wagons very quickly, actually. Well, as things go, the second world slowly became very jealous of the magic that our world had and convinced others to help claim it for themselves.
I believe it.
Seeing the discourse, the gods called forth 4 heroes and closed the gates to help bring peace again to both worlds. Only the realm walkers could cross between the worlds to bring aid to each area. As they grew older, their tasks and abilities passed down to descendants. But as the story goes, there's one trip through the door that was ultimately the doom. They ended up being betrayed by one of their own, who's now just known as the Betrayer. They had used some type of dark magic to seal the door away. and the heroes were just gone, and centuries passed, and well, quite often she kind of closes the book. She's like, this mostly just became myths. And this is stories we tell the children. But my family, we've been guarding the gate out in the forest for many, many generations. So I knew at some point you would come back, but we've never figured out how to reopen the doors that the betrayer broke. So I don't know why, but when I ran to the gate that night, something told me that if I asked, something would happen. I'm not quite sure why. And she kind of like flips through, shows the book again, kind of flips through, and she shows you a map. It has a couple areas like kind of like dotted in, which I can send you guys after or on the break or anything. It's like these doors are the gates that I know about. I've heard there's more, but these are the only ones that, if they're still around, are ones that might still exist. So that's kind of the myth, as you know. Granted, it's a shortened version of the myth, but there is the betrayer, the healer, the warrior, the fighter. One kind of for each region was called forth, more or less.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, I believe we have here the fighter, the warrior, and the healer. I mean, no one said anything about the betrayer. I honestly don't. I don't know if they would be called back. Once you use that kind of dark magic, it tends to corrupt.
Realistically, you do have 4 of us, do you not?
No, that's why I'm quite confused, because I mean, none of you match really the betrayer's description, as far as I can tell.
What is the betrayer's description?
Well, I don't actually really have a clear descriptor of them. You have to understand, most of the knowledge about them was struck from the records, so I can only assume that maybe 2 of you are connected somehow, and the gate called forth 2 people that were related, so maybe 2 warriors, 2... Well, I don't think you're a healer, I'm sorry. But 2 of you do seem to have it's kind of the same fighting instincts. We could have 2 warriors and a fighter and the healer.
The more likely situation is that one of us is the betrayer.
Well, I guess that is a conversation we could have. If one of you is, I can't say any good would come out of it.
I'm sure that's the truth.
Long ago, there was a bit. It was a human. So there's 4 people. There was Sir, can you please not knock over my water while I have electronics around me? I love having cats. It's my favorite. He's purring and sticking his butt in my face. It was a human. And tall, I think, was the ancestor.
The description is human and tall. Oh, we're doomed. Doomed.
They didn't really go by any assigned gender. Okay, I'm sorry. My cat is really distracting me. I'm trying to tell a story, sir.
They're there for the ambiance.
Yes, he's here for the purring. He would actually really like me to feed him a second dinner. He is just a hobbit. Hi, baby. Thank you. A human, the ancestor, if I remember correctly from a book that my teacher had shown me, they really didn't use an assigned gender. They were rather quick. Pretty good shot with a bow. Obviously had used some type of magic, because where else would they have learned how to seal the gates from? learning that kind of magic would have taken years. Probably most of their life, the child had to learn that kind of dark magic. I mean, I can try and find a better description of them if you wish. But then again,
I'm sure we're fine.
Some of it, one of the ancestors, one of the realm walkers wasn't a dragonborn, so I'm not quite sure how that one happened there. But there was
Perhaps
a furbolg like you,
time
and
it's needed.
it could also, all because that's what they were. If going through the generations, they do sometimes marry outside, or with people who are not always the same race as them. So they could have, at one point, it was an elf who fell in love with another, who fell in love with the dragonborn, who was the last realm walker. The final descriptions are pretty sparse, to be honest with you.
It's unimportant at this point. We have too much to worry about.
I mean, if one of you do discover documents about the betrayer, you should definitely let me know. They probably can't be trusted, honestly.
If we find something, we can always share it, but I think we should be fine. I don't think any of us here would betray each other. And I would trust you to not kill me, so that's really great.
And worst comes to worst, you can just revive yourself.
Can you do that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You can't revive yourself if you've fallen. I'm so sorry. It's not quite how that works.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what I was thinking it would be. You can't make yourself come back to life.
I mean, there's two possible places you go for more information. My teacher, who's actually in Farnfoss, where the market's at, he might have some more information about what's going on. There's also a great library in the capital, the Library of Cathail, who is the god of knowledge, kind of god of mind. You could possibly go into there. They have some of the oldest texts that I know about. You can find some more information there. Other temples around, each town has a temple, or a few temples probably, to different gods and goddesses. Some people there might know libraries in the bigger areas, but those are probably two sources that I know the best that would have more information for you if you wish to seek this out. I'll continue doing my own information, see if I can maybe find out if the betrayer is here, or if you are possibly just descendants from the same realm walker, and the gods thought it was necessary to call both of you, which I feel might be the case, because you all seem pretty noble.
Definitely.
Right. So we can get some food in you. Of course, you can stay here again. And Zali kind of looks over at Sir, and Sir just kind of like nods. And then get you all set up for the travel.
That's good, yeah. I'm going to... so I assume I can go and use my previous room?
Yep, still there for you.
I will go and take a nap, I think.
Right, dinner. I'll have dinner. Don't worry, I'll cook for you.
And I will head upstairs and nap.
Okay. What are my other lovely castmates doing?
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
Need an extra pair of hands around to help for a little while around here?
Won't say no to that.
Alright.
Probably toss some extra coin your way for helping.
It's up to you. I just need to do something.
Alright, yeah, he'll definitely take your help. He'll kind of point you over to some dishes that need washed. So there's like a bucket and a towel, like a general bar of like lye to clean like some plates and cups and stuff. What are you doing? Work. What are you doing, Luke?
Talking to Zalia about magic. I just want to have Luke get the knowledge of certain spells.
Ask away. Do you specifically want to role play this, or just want to like?
I wasn't sure if you wanted to or not, but I was like,
we can role play it.
Anything about magic?
I'm real good at bullshitting stuff.
Yes. So like, okay, I know that I made that like light earlier out of my hands, and that hurt.
That's
and
a light
I made
spell.
a different light that didn't hurt.
Okay.
How do I make? Are there like names for the different lights and like how to make them controllable? Like earlier, I touched someone and like another light came out of me, but it didn't hurt them or help them. And then also, I made all of the water move in my cup.
Yes. Obviously, your powers are coming quite quickly now. You're a rather natural one, actually. Follow me this way. Zalia is going to lead you actually out of the drunken spoon and back to the temple. And then she's going to leave you at the table you guys were saying before, and then come back with a few big books. I mean, this is most of the guides, or just information I have about healing that was given to me by my teacher, my teacher that's in Farnfoss. So she'll hand you. So going through the books, could you use a guiding bolt? Correct.
I used guiding bolt, cure wounds. I've used guidance. And I believe I also used purify food and drink without my knowledge.
Cool.
But yeah,
okay.
Guiding bolt, cure wounds, purify food and drink, and shape water. And guidance.
Awesome. So she will kind of give you a general book just about like healing spells, other spells that some of it's just like her own personal notes about certain spells and what they do just from her growing up and stuff. The thing to always remember is that your magic just seems to be in you. Some people have to learn magic, some people are born with magic, some people are blessed magic, or cursed with magic. It seems you are probably blessed with magic, because yours seems to be mostly doing good, not harm. So it's just kind of, sometimes if you think about what you want done, think about how you want to do it, just let the magic, don't try and stop it. To let it flow through you, and don't be afraid. I mean, magic can sometimes happen by accident, but the best part is you have to become more aware of both yourself, your inner feelings about what's going on. And I don't know where your magic comes from. My magic comes from Koya, the goddess.
I don't know where my magic comes from.
So maybe that's something you can do kind of research on and try and find out where your magic might be, if it's something you're born with or if you're being blessed with it. My guess is you're probably blessed by one of the gods. You can try and figure out, you don't have to be a follower of them necessarily, but they might find a reason to give you this magic. And
I'm having like a sneaking suspicion that the gods in your world are nicer than like the weird thing we've got going on.
Some are a bit more vengeful, some you don't really hear much about. We have quite a few gods, each one kind of has their own hand in different pies, and then a few that I guess you describe as lesser gods, but aren't really as popular as things to worship. Some cults worship some of them, though those are usually a bit scarier. But that's definitely something you can try and discover as you travel, as we try and get you home. But just kind of think about what you want to do, and then usually that's how you manifest it. But if you like, you can definitely take these books about assorted spells.
I don't
things I've discovered. Oh, it's all right.
Read them if you need those.
Why don't you take this one? And she'll kind of give you, it's more like an obvious, like, not like a journal, like, dear diary.
But like a student's journal.
Like a handwritten student's journal of like, today I found this and I wanted to help them. This is how I felt when it happened. It's
the Half-Blood Prince's textbook.
Yes, very much. Very Half-Blood Prince. Like squish instead of chop. So she'll give you, so you can mark in your inventory that you now have a book about clerical spells. So there you go. Can I help you with anything else, Luke? I know this must be quite alarming, this sudden change.
I I mean, it is a lot, but I think if nothing else, I know how to read.
That's a rather good attitude to have. But we should probably get back to your friends.
Right.
Who knows what trouble they might be starting. Oh, you're welcome to stay here if you want to read in a quiet place for a little bit. That's totally fine. It's quite peaceful in here.
I should probably stay near in case someone like gets injured, or in case like Reyes takes up a quest and then needs help for like healing. Because you should probably not take up quests if you're gonna get stabbed and not heal yourself.
That is a pretty good, but I'd actually reached out to them to come here because they're quite well known for the ability to figure out problems and crimes. They've helped a few people.
That's right. I think
while they've been here for a little bit. That's in fact why I reached out to them in the first place.
It said something about forensic sciences. I think they were a CSI.
I don't know what that means, but they seem to be very good at finding things that others have had a problem finding, that the lawmakers have had a problem finding, but the lawmakers aren't always the most, don't tell anyone I said this, the most useful group of people out there. Hey.
Even in a magic world, ACAB.
Yeah, ACAB. So...
No, that's Luke saying that out loud. Even in magic worlds, ACAB.
I don't know what that means, but...
All cops are bastards. All guards are bastards. That kind of thing.
Lawmakers, but I would agree with that.
That'd be AGAB.
AGAB!
AGAB!
Oh my god, I would like an AGAB sticker on my car now, just all guards are bastards.
Yep.
So then my conservative family can yell at me.
Right, okay. That's a thing. That's just a thing we say. Our guards are called cops. Our lawmakers are. And all cops are bastards because they kind of just suck.
Yes.
There's like a whole thing going on where they've been like murdering people indiscriminately, and we kind of all agree, don't do that. But everyone's like, maybe they should, and it's weird.
I don't think ours have been. Well, they could be actually. It's hard to really keep track when you don't have. Messages take, unless you have the sending spell, messages take a little bit of time to get around.
Yeah, see, okay. Alright, I'm just gonna hold up my dead phone. We have these, and this can call anyone, anywhere.
Oh. It looks kind of like a blacked out mirror.
Yeah, it's the screen lights up, but it's dead right now.
You
can call anyone, anywhere, if you can afford it, if you have the plan.
So it's like a sending spell.
Yeah, but like constant and for anyone.
Oh, so you have like a sending rock. Oh, I've heard of those sending rocks. Though they don't light up, you just kind of talk at them, and then the person who has the other rock, they have the message. So this is to talk to them, or to send them like a text message, or to like look at pictures, or to like access a bunch of books, or like play games, or do money transactions, or honestly whatever you need to do is with this. I don't know how they work. Please don't ask me. I don't know how phones work. Oh, okay. Then I
just
won't
know there's a satellite. It's involved somehow. I didn't go to school for
as
this
you
one.
Keep talking, Zalia looks more and more and more confused.
Good.
And she's kind of like
getting more confused because listen, I didn't go to school for this.
Looking at you and like nodding and smiling, like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like Harmonia's whole job is using things like this to amass more followers or whatever.
Like a cult leader.
Kind of. Some of them do become cult leaders, and that's
they're
kind
the
of
betrayer.
A problem.
No.
Usually so they're called influencers, and sometimes they're just regular people with like a lot of power who like use it to make you buy stuff, and then sometimes they do make cults, and those are worrying. There's this whole thing on TikTok right now about cults, and I'm worried about it.
I might suggest you keep an eye on your friend if that's what they want.
They're not gonna make a cult. They're good. They're just like a makeup influencer.
I mean, it's more of...
They might sell diet pills, though. That might be a problem.
You should probably...
diet pills!
You should probably keep an eye on them, because if that's the life in your world, they could possibly be the betrayer.
I mean, anyone can make... Well, not anyone. Someone with, like, a lot of dedication and drive could, amass a lot of followers if you have a good camera and are pretty.
Right.
Do you have
I think I have some research to do.
Do you have people in this world who get paid for being beautiful?
I mean, most of them are called prostitutes.
Okay. No, like classical ones that you like paint. Or
There
those also
are. I mean, there's
prostitutes?
courtesans,
Though
which is
that's
actually
usually
a rather,
that's what
I
it's
mean,
more
it's
like.
a
When you
rather
get paid for
respected
being really
profession.
pretty, and like a lot of people like you around just because you're pretty.
There's courtesans that have all sorts of talents. Some sing, some paint, some are artists, muses, some.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I once knew a courtesan when I was a child. Well, not a child, but quite younger, who was a rather good juggler, actually.
Yeah, so like they're like a courtesan who's really good at like dressing up in like different clothes.
Oh,
Anytime I hear jugglers, all I think is balls deep in jugglers.
I said crusty jugglers. Great big bushy beard.
It's the same movie.
It's the same movie, but I always think
the same movie.
I
hear it from.
crusty jugglers, but all I hear crusty jugglers, crusty.
Right. I think I have some research to do about the betrayer while you're away. I'll definitely keep you.
Okay, but I don't think they're the betrayer. I just think they're somebody who gets paid to be pretty. But like in front of a lot of people, and people like to. Some people are weird about it and like will buy your bath water, and then others are normal.
Zion's definitely like
explaining bath water right now.
Like inching towards the door, like.
We should probably get back to our friends.
Luke's trying to figure out how
I'm asleep. You can keep going.
Listen, we could just keep having this scene happen.
We should probably get back to our friends now.
Luke is trying to figure out how do I explain an influencer without it being the weird. It sounds like a cult leader, yes, and I know you're thinking cult leader, and some of them are cult leaders, but no.
I mean, I'm not saying Zalia now suspects that Harmonia is the betrayer, but Zalia kind of suspects that Harmonia is the betrayer.
She's just a courtesan. She just
so
gets paid
good
to
job,
be pretty.
Luke. Good job. You just.
Listen,
got your...
I was trying to explain how people be. Influencers are a weird topic. Think about influencers for a moment and try and objectively explain it. It's insane.
You can't. Don't worry about me taking notes right now.
Yeah, they get paid for a lot of people following them, and they've amassed a bunch of influence, and people will listen to whatever they say. No, they're not a cult leader, but kind of they're a cult leader. Listen, you just gotta be there. A lot of people do that. That's what, like, politicians are like now, and also celebrities of any kind. Or if you just are on the internet for long enough.
Yes, definitely not your friend being the possible betrayer card.
I mean, honestly, they're just kind of like, too many people keep doing it. It's not, they're not in like a rude way, but also that's not unique. Okay, I'm glad we had this talk. I'm pretty sure you don't believe me, but okay.
No, I definitely believe that your friend who has many people following them is definitely not a betrayer.
They're like a courtesan.
Right, courtesan.
But if you tell them that, they'll get mad. Because in our world, courtesan kind of just means the same thing as prostitute.
Oh, that's quite offensive. I mean, really, when I say prostitute, it's probably actually improved. Most are, in fact, courtesans that you can also pay to sleep with, which is, I mean...
I don't think you could pay Harmonia to sleep with them, but I also think everyone has a price.
I mean, it's a rather respected job
right
here.
now, like...
It's a very respected. I mean, it takes a long time people go to school for and get training, and then they are some of the richest people in our area, most respected. They have quite a bit of power.
Yeah, most influencers are usually the richest people, quite respected, have a lot of power, and it's insane. Some of them are very bad. There's this one. Never mind. You know what? Actually, I should stop.
Making it better.
Right, definitely not possibly the betrayer.
They're good.
Excuse me, real quick. I need to go get a book real quick.
Zalia walks into her chambers and comes back with a book that she's kind of like writing in. And she rips out the piece of paper, and then you hear her kind of like muttering something under her breath and making some hand movements, and the paper just disappears.
Did you? What is that?
I sent a quick message to my teacher.
Why?
Let you know that you all might go down and talk to him.
That's good.
And to also pull some books for you.
I don't want them to also think that Harmonia is the betrayer.
No. Definitely. That's not what I said at all. I promise.
Listen, okay. I'm going to stop talking because I feel like I've been digging a hole and I kind of already got to the bottom and I've been digging more.
You've been digging a hole for 20 minutes.
So I'm just going to stop. You know, thank you for this book. I'm gonna go read it and think about magic, and then I'm just gonna go apologize to Harmonia, and she's not gonna know why.
Right. Shall we? So you guys can head back to the Drunken Spoon. If there's nothing else we want to do you want to jump to the next morning? Do you want to do anything else?
I just want to peek into wherever Harmonia is and just go, I'm so sorry, and leave.
I mean, at this...
I'm in the middle of cleaning the dishes. What?
I'm so sorry. Leaves. Goes right upstairs.
Hold on. Sarah, I'll be right back. I'll finish up the dishes. I gotta...
I've already left, and I'm in my room and have closed the door.
I'm already rushing up towards your room.
As you go up, make a perception check for me real quick, Harmonia.
Alright, that's gonna be fun. What's the plus for that for moi? Ooh, that's a good roll. And perception, that's an 18.
Okay, so as you're kind of running up, like, Zali came in behind Luke, and you see Zali kind of makes a beeline to Sir, and starts, like, talking to him quietly, and then kind of, like, looks over to you and talks to him quietly, and Sir just kind of shakes his head, and then Zali's like, and then that's kind of all you see as you, like, run up the stairs after Luke.
I'm just gonna, very, not so gently, just... Luke?
I'm standing in front of my door, like, go inside, go inside, go inside, go inside. Hi, what's up? Hi, hello. I got a book, so I should probably go read that.
But first, what are you sorry for?
Nothing. Hey, have you seen Reyes? They might want to stab me less.
No.
Okay. Hey, so I tried to explain what an influencer is to Zalia, and I think she thinks you're a cult leader.
You did what?
How do you explain what an influencer is? You're a person with a lot of power and influence and can make people listen to you, but also people like you because you're really pretty. That's an influencer. But that's also a cult leader.
But that's not the way you explain it to people who don't know what social media is. Because they're going to look at it and they're going to be like, oh, there's like 1 million people that follow you? Huh, there must be some shady shit going on there.
Yeah, how do I explain that?
Fuck?
I was just explaining what a phone is.
You don't. You just say that I do makeup for a living.
You do makeup for a living and a lot of people like it. I was like, you're a courtesan, because that's the thing that they have here, where there are people who are really pretty and like really
like a
skilled.
Fucking prostitute?
Yeah, that's what I said, but she's like, no, courtesans and prostitutes are different things. You can pay a courtesan to sleep with you, though, but that's different. Honestly, that's maybe the closest term I could get.
So, like...
You're someone who's
think I'm either a prostitute or a cult leader.
I just said you're really...
I'm a cow!
Listen, I was trying to explain that you have a lot of influence because a lot of people follow you because you're really good at making clothes and are pretty. That's it. But I guess that sounds like a cult leader because it kind of does. Have you thought about cults for a moment? Like, genuinely, and influencers, the line is super thin, and it's the computer, and that's the line.
You're coming down with me. I need to figure this out. I need to make sure that they know I'm not a fucking cult leader.
I've already stepped into my room and have closed
Do we
the
have
door.
Benny Hill while we're at it? Like, I don't...
If it was not copyrighted, yes.
I need to go to sleep.
No, you don't. We need to figure this out because they're not gonna trust me.
They already don't trust you. I don't think saying anything will change that. I've already tried it. I can't keep digging in this hole.
No, you're coming with
I
me.
hear this from my room.
I mean, we're not being quiet.
Yeah, we are not being subtle.
No, they're definitely not being subtle. So if you are awake, yes, you definitely hear this from your room.
Yeah, I'm just opening the door, walking out, closing the door, leaning against the door.
I am trying to close my
Continue.
Hey, you can explain an influencer better than I can. I was just trying to say
No, I don't trust this one to explain an influence.
Honestly, I trust them more than
I think you'd
me.
be kind of like a cult leader.
See? It sounds like a cult leader when you think about it objectively.
No, because you heard us saying that it sounds like a cult leader.
I did, in fact, yeah. There's much better descriptions, but like this is fun.
Someone with a lot of influence and power who's pretty and is liked for being pretty. I don't know how they jumped to cult
storming
leader.
away, not realizing.
Have you considered?
Have to be a pretty
You
person
could have
for this.
said they're like a politician without office.
But I didn't say they were a cult leader. I just said they were pretty and had a lot of power, and people liked them for being pretty and making good clothes. I didn't say cult leader. They jumped to that. I did say cult leader like an hour later. Never mind. I did say cult leader.
I'm going down to try and solve this.
But then I also
want to hear where this goes.
I am in my room now, just going to sleep. I've got a pillow over my head, trying to suffocate myself slowly.
It's very soggy.
I am very interested in how this goes. So I'm invested. Let's see.
Okay, so you head downstairs too?
We had no plans to do anything today. We're just going to do this.
So as you go downstairs, you see like Zalia still like trying to insist something, and Sarah's like no, and then they come back downstairs and they're kind of like.
I'm just gonna start by going back to wash the rest of the dishes that I left.
Mm-hmm. You do. Sarah kind of moves out of your moves away out of the way again. So you go back.
I'll follow them. I'm gonna be like, I'm going to watch you wash the dishes.
Get out.
All right, I will go over here and watch from this distance instead.
No, go to your room.
Okay, Mom.
I might as well be, because you're acting like a child.
Oh, Zalia, to hear them commanding me? Oh, I'm going to just go to my room now. Because the influencer told me to.
Zalia, roll a deception, or if you're being honest, a persuasion, whichever you do.
God, I rolled a 15. What is happening?
One by one, you're going to the bottom.
What is it?
Deception? Okay, I rolled a 5, so you're definitely going to roll higher than me.
So, yeah,
it's like kind of alarmed, and then kind of look to Surrigan, and then look over at Harmonia, and then look at you, and like...
I'm going to zombie my way up the stairs, shambling as though I was under a spell.
She leans into Surrigan, something quietly, looking slightly alarmed. Anything else you want to do? Anything you'd like to do? Keep washing dishes, or...
Zalia, can we talk?
Yes, of course. Would you like to do it here or outside?
Whatever way you'd prefer, I don't really care.
We can do it, and she kind of like goes over to like a farther away table that like no one's really around. How can I help you?
Well, first of all, Luke told me about trying to explain what an influencer is in our world.
Yes, definitely not a cult leader.
Yeah, and then, Rias, I fucking hate everything about this because that's not who I am.
Okay, then who are you?
Just some bitch on the internet. You don't know what the internet is. I'm just some random person. In our world, the internet is like a place where what's the farthest world or kingdom away from this one that you're aware of?
I mean, the farthest that I've ever traveled to is probably Kingdom of... Oh god, you're making me make up a name on the spot.
Yeah.
Stuff for this, you son of a bitch. The farthest one I know is, well, there's two, probably about the same amount. There is the island nation of Johan, or there's also the northern kind of more mountainous of... I'm not going to do that one. Krutana.
Johan and Krutana?
Yes, those are kind of the farthest I've ever traveled, but there's more outside of that.
Well, and they're like a super long distance away, right?
I mean, going to the islands of Johan's probably a couple-month journey by boat, which is really the only way, unless you have a transportation spell.
It's like if you wanted to, like how you sent those messages in your head to people.
Yes.
But like you can do that at any time.
Oh, much like Luke was saying something about the reflective brick is like a sending stone.
A cell phone?
Sure, something better.
It's like it's about like this size.
Yes,
and, like,
the
it's got a black reflective surface.
the mirrored brick. Yes, as they say,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a sending
Yeah.
stone.
That's called a cell phone. And
Oh.
basically, you can open that up, and at any time, like, say, you wanted to see your friend from the islands, you would just pull that up on your phone, and you could just say hi whenever you wanted to, whenever they were available to.
Oh, I mean, that's very much like a sending stone.
Mm-hmm. And so my thing as an influencer is I make videos. God, I don't even know how to explain videos. It's like
moving pictures,
images that just move and talk and do things.
Oh,
And
like major image.
Sure, whatever that is. Yeah.
It's a way to call forth images that both move and talk and aren't real, but people
there you
often
go.
think they are.
It's like, it's real to me. Like, I did it at some point. Like, I would put all this makeup on my face, or I would put on different outfits, things like that. I would have like these really nice photo shoots, and I would put them on things like that cell phone, and people could watch or look at them and, just take their mind off of the shitty things happening in our world.
Okay, so it's more like a scrying rock is what you're talking about, where someone can see just that one action. Okay.
Yeah, but it only shows things that, like, I want them to see.
Okay.
It's just like, photo shoots and stuff.
Sorry. It only shows them what I want them to see. That's not a cult leader.
Because, like, I don't need to show them bad things. I just want to show them things that make them happy.
Yep.
Right.
You're not helping.
I think roll a persuasion check for me. And I'm actually going to roll an insight check.
Persuasion. It's a 21.
Okay. I mean, she only rolled a 12. So she's kind of, she sits there and looks at you for just a moment, and like it's very obvious that she is just scrutinizing you. And then she kind of sees what she wants and kind of nods to herself. I think I understand what you're trying to explain.
It's really weird. Our world is really weird and kind of fucked up.
I don't know why Luke thinks our world is so weird, because yours seems,
I mean,
wild, to be honest with you.
This world is kind of crazy by our standards, but it's because we're not used to it, and I don't think your world would ever be used to our world either.
I mean, I guess that's kind of inherently the problem when the gates were open to anyone, is our worlds are inherently different.
So,
I mean, you have technology that can, inventions that can send messages to people from months and months away in an instant, and that's quite fantastical, honestly, sounds like. But I guess that's probably what really caused the problem in the first place.
Yeah, and then this place with places like magic that made Luke's entire medical degree mean absolutely nothing.
Yes, I'd like to know how you would actually people survive there if you had to go to years of school just to heal someone. That sounds quite
because
quite
we
ludicrous.
don't have all the magic and stuff.
Unfortunate. I
Kinda
can see why your world would be jealous of ours.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize for thinking negatively of you. I have to say, Luke kind of made it sound a bit. I mean, to be honest with you, there's a whole you being a courtesan, which is a very respected profession here and very sought out.
I did not hear it as such, and I apologize.
I mean, I might have suggested at one point you could have been a prostitute, which are mostly those who are forced into it, which is not as noble as being a courtesan. But I apologize. I think I need to go clear some things up with Sir real quick. So if you can excuse me for a moment.
Yep. I'm just gonna head to bed.
Okay. What are you doing now that you've? Are you back in your room, Reyes? Did you head back up?
Oh no, I've been listening. I even shouted "moving pictures."
Gotcha. You'd gone upstairs as a zombie at one point.
Yeah, that was what I was doing. I was upstairs, just trying to listen in.
What would you like to do?
Not incriminate them any further and head to my room.
Okay. This is actually, we're going to go ahead since everyone's kind of gone up for a nap. Are you guys wanting to do a long rest or a short rest?
Long rest, I guess.
Long rest all around. So while we're taking a long rest, this is actually where we'll go ahead and take our break.
Okay.
What
have we done?
I don't know.
I honestly am
Y'all
never
just
giving you guys
forced
free
me
time.
to explain that I'm not a cult leader.
I am
Listen,
never
I'm
giving you
sorry.
guys any free time ever again.
Don't do
You
it.
just gave us 2 hours of it.
You gave us so much free time. I was like, well, obviously, I gotta fill it with nonsense.
You literally spent 20 minutes trying to explain an influencer.
I was trying to explain a
Yeah,
phone. I don't know how we got to influencer. I'll be very honest.
That is my mistake. I will never give you guys free time ever again.
I'm gonna
Constantly
go.
moving. No
scream.
shopping trips allowed with this group. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Learning. So let's go ahead and take a. Do we want a 10 or 15 crew?
An amount of time.
How
Let's
about
say
13?
we could be back at 45, which
Mhm.
would be a little more than a 15-minute break, but gives us like a good solid starting point.
Alright,
Okay.
sure.
That feels like 15-ish minutes.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
So join us.
Anyone who's watching, we're influencers, apparently.
We're just courtesans, cult leaders.
Bye,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, so go ahead and have a good break. We'll see you back at 45. So
See you soon, guys.
see you in a little bit. that was all the free time this group will ever have again. So hope everyone enjoyed
We just had a 15-minute stern talking to.
Oh, I did not play that game. I gave myself a stern talking to for the shenanigans I've encouraged. I can't help it. I love shenanigans. Okay. So y'all go ahead. You can mark that you took a long rest. So any damage, any spells, all that jazz. So you guys wake up nice and early. Head down. If you want breakfast, you can get some breakfast. Sir will actually cook you some. So food's actually better than the first morning. And then Zalia will meets you at the bottom, like in the dining room area. It's like, all right. Well, Zug is actually ready for you if you will follow me out. Do you have all your stuff, everything you need?
What are your orders, influencer?
I'm blatantly ignoring you.
I'm just quietly whispering, I'm sorry.
Zalia kind of looks at you and is like,
I'm screwing around. I'm making a joke.
I've actually kind of been told that, so
Okay.
Shall we? So heading back out, you see there is now a wagon in front of, like a pretty hefty, like a pretty large wagon with two large, like almost Clydesdale-like horses. So pretty big horses.
They're very pretty, very big horses.
Big. So like hooked up to the wagon. Inside, you see there's like a couple of chairs in there that are like really cool, like well-made chairs. There's some wagon wheels and other just random bits and bobs of assembly a wagon, some crates. So Zug is there and with kind of like harnessing up the horses to the wagon. Like, right, so do you all want to ride him back? Someone ride up here with me? What would you prefer? That's not the voice he does. Right. Nope.
Right.
Howdy. So y'all, who wants to go in the cart with me? Who wants to ride in the back?
I'll take anywhere where I can get a good vantage point for shooting an arrow.
The front. Well,
then I suppose I'll sit with you.
All right. And you two, both in the back, I assume?
Just looking at Harmonia.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I'll go wherever.
Just be mindful of some of the stuff back there. It's well, some of it's already paid for, and some of it I hope to sell. So please don't break it.
We'll do our best.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So at this point, the Dragonborn friend also comes out. Both Dragonborns actually come out carrying one last crate together. Tyler looks at all of you and is like, well, if we find anything out about this gate, I'll try and let you know. So y'all be safe. Y'all? You be safe now, hound dogs. It's the only way I can do this, y'all.
It's the little bits. That's what makes it perfect.
All I can do. Orzen kind of looks at you, gives you all a nod, and goes to talk to Zug.
I'm gonna hate myself for this one. Try not to rock the jailhouse too hard while we're gone.
I'll try not a little more. I'll try not to get my blue suede shoes all up in here.
It's a mixture between Elvis and Johnny Bravo.
Isn't Johnny Bravo just Elvis?
I know.
Hello, 911.
Someone could dial.
Someone's in my house. There's Imam Mirror, devilishly handsome. Cancel that. It's just me.
It's just me. I'm so sorry, Adam. If you ever see this, please forgive me. Are you guys getting on the wagon?
Yep, I'm already on it, ready for my vantage point.
Okay. Zug gives Orzen a kiss. He kind of like, they hug and then heads. Orzen
is it a kiss or is it a kiss?
It's a kiss.
Oh,
all right.
A kiss.
It's a kiss. And then
is it like I'm not going to see you for 2 weeks?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not going to see you for 2 weeks. Please don't die.
It's totally not foreshadowing the bury your gaze trope kiss.
Oh my god.
I would do everything to not kill this character, because I will not bury this gay. This NB gay I will not bury. So Orzingo's kind of stands next to the open doors of the smithy carp. Zalia's like, so if I find anything out that might be put in it, I'll give it up.
Yes, if you find out anything about that betrayer.
Of course. If you want to stop and talk to my professor, my teacher, he should be in the temple of Koya that is in Farnfoss. I mean, he's the head of the temple, so just ask for the head of the temple to be able to find them.
What's his name again?
Hoth.
Hoth?
P-A-R-T-H. Parth.
Parth. I was like, Hoth, like the planet?
Hoth
So
like
when
the
we meet
planet.
this person, we'll receive experience just as expected. So yes, let's go and speak with them when we can.
Okay. I don't know exactly what that means, but he probably teach you some things if that's what you mean. So yes. Please also. Oh no, I said something I shouldn't have. Send him my best. Though I can also just send him a message, but it seems kind of like a waste of spells.
Also, you
be
sent
safe.
him the paper thing last night.
I did, but it's always good to still send a hello to an old friend.
That's fair.
I've known him for a rather long time. So all of you be safe. I hope we meet again one day. Don't die.
End of the plan.
You as well.
I will try not to. So Zoo kind of looks at y'all of you and be like, all right, we ready to go?
Are we ready to go, influencer?
Are we ready to go, Luke?
I think we're ready to go. Are you
Okay.
okay? Are you mad at me? I'm sorry.
So
I'm mad at
Britta
this
has
one more than
spoken.
I'm mad at you.
Zoog, you hear like the whoosh of not really. This is not actually a whip sound because it's just rains.
Crack of the reins.
The crack of the reins, and there's a bit of a jolt, and then the cart starts moving away. So I'm actually. Who wants to roll a d20 for me?
4.
I want to do it. I want.
Roll a goddamn d20.
Can I roll it?
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
haven't rolled it all tonight. I just want to roll
Go
one
for
dice.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
roll.
Also, can I also use shape water to make a weird trickle of water go down Rios' back?
Sure.
A 19.
19.
Please be for how smooth the journey goes. Please be for
I know.
how
I'm like,
smooth the journey
is
goes.
this for like goods? Is a 19 good or bad?
Okay. So as you guys travel along, you've been going for. It's getting about to noon now. Overall, it's been a pretty clear day. The sun is a little hot on your backs. At the beginning, you do feel a weird trickle of water down the back of your neck, Rhea.
Oh, is it raining?
It kind of feels like that, but it's just on the back of your neck, just like you're all of a sudden sweating really badly, and you're not really sure why. Let me pull up my map. So day seems to be pretty clear. It's cloudless. You don't really see any. You just totally dropped ramen. I just watched it drop into your bowl again. Very clear day. I'm not giving you guys anything because I don't trust any of you. But is there anything you guys want to do before?
No, I'm just watching
Okay,
out.
Zoog will just point out things. He kind of points out some birds, since it seems he kind of just talks. He's not used to having people with him on a journey, so just points out things you guys travel along. Do you mind, sirs, not fighting while I'm talking?
Do you know anything about these tabaxis that keep showing up and causing issues?
Well, there's actually a myth about. That sounds like a weird, almost Elvis, Western. I can't get Elvis away from me.
No. Elvis now. Elvis Bravo.
Well, there's a myth about the god of the cats. Bless this land with abundant cats, as I don't know if it was really a blessing or a curse, because let me tell you, some of them are real assholes. But some are actually quite useful.
Do you have specific spots where you set camps at night, or?
There's actually one coming up here, because we should probably be starting soon before it starts getting too dark.
All right. So I assume that means our
guys,
day was fine.
I don't know. Your day's not over yet. So you find as you're going along, there's because you're like on a not paved, but like a well-worn road that kind of edges along the forest. So as you get to, there's one part where there is like an obvious little bit of a incline where the forest starts going up, and there's a bit of a shelf, and there you do see seems to be this is like a common place for people to stop for the night. And there is like a fire circle that's already, it looks like, not set up, but like there's a fire circle made and some like random logs sitting around. So Zook pulls up the wagon there and starts like unharnessing the horses, letting them graze. There are some tents back there if y'all want to pull them out and start setting them up. We can start making some food. Yeah, go for it.
I was just gonna say, I spent the entire ride just apologizing quietly to Harmonia, just silently.
I'm just kind of like, after a while, I just gave you like an awkward back pat and just kept watching as we were going.
So you guys get all set up.
I would like to attempt something.
Sure. What do you want to attempt?
Because being a newly realized cow person, I want to try and get along with the horse people.
Sure.
The horses. And so I would probably sit and, just kind of lay in the grass with them for roughly about 10 minutes to the point where I can cast Speak with Animals.
Sure. Okay. So after you speak with animals, are you saying anything to them?
Yeah, I just kind of... I'm just kind of sitting there, and after a while, without even realizing it, I'm just like, so, like, do you guys like what you do?
I think we've lost Harmonia. They're talking to themselves.
Yeah, what you two hear is Harmonia's like, and the horses kind of look over to Harmonia and is like,
what?
Oh,
People do that?
Hey, it's a pretty good life. We get lots of hay, and they're pretty cool people, the nice guys.
I'm glad.
And then the other one kind of looks over and goes, Yep. And she keeps like munching, and I mean, they're like, Are you having a good time?
It's pretty fun.
What's going on over there?
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Horses in this world?
Do you like to be pet? Like on the...
Oh my god, what are they?
I don't mind, but Chester here takes a little bit to get used to people. And the other horse, Chester, goes, Yep.
That's alright. And I'm gonna kind of walk over to the one that I'm currently talking with and just... Can I just...
Yeah, and they will actually like headbutt your hand.
Speak horse.
I love this.
Oh yeah, a little higher by the ears, please.
Alright, I got you.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's nice.
This also perfectly captures the stupidity of horses. I love it.
This is I didn't know that this was a thing I could do until I realized that I was like, hey, I can talk to you. So, like, if there's any point that you ever want to talk to me, like, while we're going on this trip, or if there's something you want me to relay to them, just kind of, like... And I motioned to how he headbutt my hand before.
Okay, he'll headbutt you again, be like, I can do that.
All right.
Thanks. And then looks over at Chester. Making new friends is kind of fun, huh? And Chester just goes, Nope.
That's alright, dude. No worries. I know it's really weird. We'll be out of your hair soon.
Oh, you guys are pretty cool. We've seen some pretty wild stuff.
Oh, now you just make me want to ask. Now you just make me want to ask, but I won't, because I'll save us the trouble.
All right. Sounds good.
This was really nice. Thank you.
Nice. No one ever really talks to us sometimes. Well, Zook does, but not always.
Zook, does Zook actually talk to you like I am now?
No.
Aw.
No one
maybe I
often
can-
understands us.
Maybe I can translate. Is there anything that you really want to tell him, or?
No.
Okay.
And you just hear Chester goes, oats.
Oats?
Oats.
You like oats? You want more oats?
Yep.
Alright. I'll relay the message.
And Chester finally, like this whole time, Chester really hasn't looked at you, kind of looks at you and gives you a nod and goes back to eating grass.
I love this.
I know, it's one of my favorite things.
I've never tried this before. I've
You're
never had this
talking
spell.
to horses. What is going on?
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
What's the name of the one that I was petting right now?
Oh, as he's came over to just
Goes, Izzy.
Oh, well, that one there is Patty, and the other one's Chester.
All right. So I was talking. I was talking to them. I just realized this is something that I can do. Chester requests more oats whenever you can.
Well, Chester knows that the last time he had to lose a little weight, so we had to cut back on the oats.
I kind of look back towards Chester. Just like, welp.
So, if you talk to him again, tell him if we give him more oats, he's got to kind of do a bit more running around than he usually does.
I will next time I do this. I don't think I have a. Hold on. I don't think I have a limit to this. I don't. It's
You
at
can just
will.
talk whenever, at will.
It's at will.
I'm a bit concerned that they're now the influencer is now able to talk to animals.
I think they can.
Mm.
I mean, is it because they're like part cow? So that means they can talk to like
Maybe it's part of
animals.
this cat that keeps randomly
There's
licking
a
the
tabaxi
DM.
that's been staring into my eyes for having a staring
Are you a
contest.
pretty baby?
I
Are you a
won.
pretty baby? Yeah, you're my pretty boy. Hi.
Does he have something special to say?
Does he like to lick the
Impeccable.
mic?
Absolutely incredible.
Power
I
move.
think it's because they're part cow, so they can like talk to other animals. Well, like they're not an animal, but like talk to animals.
I mean, I'm
The
beginning
funniest
to be
part is this
concerned.
is from my barbarian. This
Mhm.
is part of being a barbarian.
It comes from
This is the
barbarian
purple.
your totem.
Hmm.
Furbog should be able to talk with plants.
Is that a
If
thing?
they start talking to the plants as
Should.
well, I'm actually going to begin to be
I do think
concerned.
Furbolgs can talk to plants.
Hold
Furbog
on.
should be able to talk because I've definitely played a Furbog barbarian, and that's how I broke the mystery. Was I'd asked a
I
rose bush what was going
can't.
on.
You can talk
If they
to all
start
plants,
talking to
all
plants-
animals. You can just be
I
like, hey,
can't.
Yes, you
honestly,
can in fact
amazing.
My God.
Yeah,
Listen.
Furbog can talk to plants.
If we're looking for a mystery, just someone walk up to the potted plant that they had in their room and be like, hey, did you see?
That's
So
legit what
cute.
happened. I talked to Rosebush, rolled a natural 20, and I found out everything. My DM was so mad. Because my idiot barbarian named Fern was able
Beautiful.
to. Mm-hmm. It was my
I
favorite.
love it.
Anyways, so after dinner, are we doing a watch rotation? Everyone go to bed. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll do a watch rotation.
Okay. Who wants
You
to take first
talk
watch?
to a horse?
Yeah, they're really nice.
You can talk to a horse? Okay, I guess
Can you talk to plants?
I haven't tried.
How about that tree?
Can you ask
I'm
them
sure
where we
as
can
hell
find
not.
some weed?
I'm sure as hell not going to ask because you're gonna make fun of me for it.
That's cool as hell, though. Why would make fun of you for that?
Anyways,
Is it that
Fun of you for
tabaxi
that.
over there? They keep looking at us.
yeah, I think
It's the tabaxi.
it's totally the tabaxi. But anyways, yeah, they're just. I was kind of sitting out there with them, and then I was like, "Hey, I have more of a connection to these guys now. I wonder what other animals I can use that with.
Probably all of them.
Also, your field bulk ability lets you have contact with beasts and plants unlimited.
Oh my god.
They can understand what you say, but you can understand what they say.
Mm-hmm.
And you have advantage on all charisma checks to influence those, because you're an influencer.
Beautiful.
If you start having a cult of plants and animals, I am going to start getting actually concerned.
It's called being a Disney princess, motherfucker.
Are you a Disney princess?
Oh my
What's
God,
Disney?
You're a
That's
Disney
a lie.
princess.
Ugh.
I just realized you are pretty much a Disney princess.
If you are around to know what an influencer is, and to know, what was it?
Elvis?
Then you should know who Disney is. Those two don't add up.
Yeah.
Wait, are you not from Earth 3?
Get out of here.
You're such an
Oh,
Give me
okay,
the
so
shot.
you're just like the bad kind of nerd.
Listen. I can't. If you don't know who Disney is, your world's, honestly, I don't understand how. Did capitalism break out? Like, how did the capitalist engine keep going without Disney?
Yeah, that's...
Anyways, for Disney tries to like
Disney,
out.
we love you.
Does no. I'm trying to come up with another name for them.
Wisney. Wisney
Sid.
says.
Woohoo!
No, listen, we'll take their old name, Iworks, the one they want no one to know they were ever associated with. We were never
There
part
you
of that.
go.
Oswald the Rabbit? Who's that? That's a fucking clown.
That's a fucking clown.
Anyway,
So who is taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay, who's taking second?
I'll take
I'll
second.
third,
Okay.
I guess.
You're taking third? Okay. Go ahead.
While also having hiccups.
Yep, I just had hiccups myself. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
That is a dirty 20.
Fantastic. So like the first little bit of your watch goes pretty uneventful. Pretty quiet is getting to near the end, and then you start hearing it's like a rumbling sound almost. What'd I do? Dudes, will y'all calm the fuck down now?
The rumbling sound is the tabaxi.
The rumbling sounds the tabaxi, cheese, and crackers. So you start hearing a very concerning rumbling sound, and it seems coming out from like underneath you. What would you like to do?
That's not supposed to happen. This is like the tail end of my watch, right?
Yeah.
So I'm instantly gonna wake up Luke
Okay.
and just be like,
Yeah.
hey, get up. Get up.
What's up? What's wrong?
What is that? Do you hear that?
Do I hear that?
Make a perception check for me.
I don't hear that. That's a 10.
I mean, it takes you a moment. You feel it more than you hear it, but like you sit there for a moment and you're like, that's definitely weird. So you do feel like there is a sort of like rumbling around you.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if I like it.
Is it an earthquake?
Do they get those?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the ground can still shake.
Yeah, but like, do they have the same science that we do?
Okay, how does a planet exist without tectonic plate? You know what? Never mind.
So while you
know.
both are
How does
talking,
our
all
world
of a
exist without
sudden,
magic?
out of the ground, like the ground kind of like bursts open near the camp, and you see two giant black scorpions come like skittering out and heading towards like the dying light of your campfire. So I'm gonna A, can we go to the battle map?
No.
And B, I'm gonna have everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
We can't.
Can I even roll initiative? I'm asleep, aren't I?
You will be rolling a perception check to see if you wake up. But yeah, go ahead and roll
I was
perception
gonna go
for me.
kick over.
I rolled a 1,
Ray,
so
this is 10.
probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, I was immediately gonna just see when I see those go kick Reyes' tent and go, ah.
Oh,
I sleep in a tree.
In the tree?
I helped everyone set up the tent, but I sleep in a tree.
I do not have the ability to move my token.
Oh, did I not give you all of them? Hold on. Doop-a-doop. Sorry. I thought I could give everyone a chance to move their shit.
I said I can move my shit, but not my token.
That's because I had coffee.
Those look like beetles.
I didn't have a scorpion, okay? I didn't have a free scorpion.
I can move Luke's, not mine.
Yeah, I'm just saying so everyone can move everyone's, just so I don't have to really think about it.
I can't move mine.
You should be able to now.
Cool.
Did you just move? Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't have a free scorpion, so they're just giant beetle-looking scorpions. Get over it. So could I go ahead and have
Initiative.
Initiative? I don't
Well,
remember.
I rolled a 1 to wake up, so
Okay, you rolled a 1. Let me add everyone into this thing.
with perception, that's actually a 9 with perception, but
Okay, so you rolled a 1, Reyes.
but that wasn't my initiative, right? Because if it's initiative, it's different. That
Oh,
was to wake up.
Perception to
No,
wake
roll
up.
initiative for me first.
Oh.
And then on your turn,
That's
you'll
not
roll
better.
to see if you actually wake up or not.
That's still a 9.
Okay. So you got a 9. I don't know if I'm actually doing this right. Okay, what'd you get, Luke?
16 for initiative.
16. Okay. What'd you get, Harmonia?
5.
A 5.
I got a rock.
I got a rock.
I got a rock.
And then our friend here rolled a 8. Oh, I have monsters too. Huh. Okay. All right. So first up is actually going to be Luke.
Oh, no.
Do you see these?
Who's BG?
That is what's his face?
Big
Zoob.
guy instead of bad guy.
Big guy.
Big
Best
guy.
guy.
Best guy.
Best gay, apparently.
Best gay, you're right.
Best gay, you're right.
All right. So Luke, you're up first.
I mean,
would
I'm
you
gonna
like
see
to do?
scorpions come out of the ground, freak out, and go, that's bad. And then I'm going to, remembering the book I was given that I've been flipping through on, like, magic that I don't know about, going to cast thaumaturgy to make my voice louder. Go, everybody wake up, there's scorpions!
There you go.
That's my action. Is it an action to, it would be an action and a bonus action to cast it and speak?
No, I would just make it the 1.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just making my voice so it is 3 times loud as normal, going, everybody wake up, there's giant scorpions!
Okay, so that solves that problem.
And then I'm going to bonus action cast a real spell, well, a leveled spell.
Okay.
God damn you, D&D Beyond, don't do this to me. Spiritual weapon, I think it got sent to the, okay, it didn't. I'm casting spiritual weapon, and my spiritual weapon is not a sword or anything, it's a giant scalpel.
Of course it is. Where would you like to put your spiritual weapon?
How far can I put it? 60 feet? I'm just gonna, it's like here. Like, in between these two. Like, this isn't a real spot, so yeah, here.
Can I sleep with leather on? That's a question to myself. Didn't realize I wasn't muted.
Okay. So that red square is your spiritual weapon.
So when you cast it, do you also attack? Or is it just...
If you're next to something. Which, I mean, you could cast it near one of the...
Then yeah, I'll cast it
scorpions
next.
if you
I'll
want.
cast it here and just slash at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll for an attack.
To hit, that is... No. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit. So you see Luke kind of like, all of you hear the booming voice of Luke. Who knows what else heard it. yelling, "Oh, wake up, scorpions!" And then they kind of point out their hand, and from their hand, what color? Did we ever just establish what color your kind of magic usually goes?
It's like a bluish, like water tint, like the way water looks when you're underneath it.
Okay. So you see kind of like the water, like water droplets run along Luke's hand as they point out. It seems to almost like shoot out, and then so you see this like watery, like blue, almost dripping water like scalpel appear next to the scorpion, and it swings down, but it just like barely scrapes against the chitinous armor that it has naturally.
Would it be like the blue of like like the gloves, like the latex gloves, the blue?
Oh, you're right. Like the medical latex.
Yeah.
That shade of blue, exactly.
That shade of blue, yeah, totally. Anything else for you?
I'm gonna curl up in a ball and just start crying.
Fantastic.
Actually, I am going to make an anxiety check.
Okay, go ahead and roll an anxiety check for me.
This is a stressful situation.
This is, they're giant fucking scorpions.
Stress.
Stress!
No, I rolled a 5.
Okay, go ahead and mark 1 on the stress chart.
I mean, in total, it's a wisdom save, so I guess in total it is 11. I rolled a 5.
Where does that land you on your stress chart? Sorry, I have to pull it up again. I mean, I would say an 11. I mean, this is stressful, but I mean, you did just face hellhounds.
This is true.
I think that's a bit more. Those are a bit scarier. So, I mean, for a moment, you like kind of start freaking out. You close your eyes, take a deep breath. Though you're still kind of panicking, you're not at a disadvantage.
Okay.
So up next is going to be Reyes.
So I'm up in the tree. I assume I hear them shout.
Yeah, definitely with that yell would wake you up.
I'm gonna look around, and I assume I see the baddies.
Yes, looking out, you see 2 giant black scorpions.
I will bonus action hex directed at the one that currently has a thing on it.
Okay. This is now hexed.
So, pink energy flies out all girly and sparkly.
Of course.
Surrounds them. And then I will, I guess, take a shot. I assume I don't have any kind of advantage because I'm in a tree.
Roll a stealth check for me. See how well you're hidden.
Oh, okay. It's only 15.
They really do not. They did not see you.
Oh.
Their passive perception is not very high, and they did not see you. So you do have stealth.
20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Wow. All right. So that's 6 piercing and 3 necrotic.
Okay.
Oh, and then the sneak attack.
Yes, and sneak attack.
4 more piercing. Or is that piercing?
It'd be
What's the
piercing,
sneak
yeah.
attack damage.
It's the same as piercing.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you like for a moment you're like, shit, do they see me? When you see that they're mostly focused on the obvious targets on the ground, you ready your bow and you shoot, and it finds kind of the gap between the body and the head, and like slams in there. And you see kind of like the burst of pink magic that you've come to associate with your abilities. And the scorpion kind of like rears up a little bit.
That is my turn.
Nice. So up next will be Zoog. Zoog pulls out a pretty gnarly looking like battle axe.
Oh, and they have disadvantage on deception checks.
Oh, okay.
Because of my hex.
They lie a lot, so that works. So good to know. Zoog runs over to the one that has not been hit yet with this kind of gnarly looking battle axe, and he takes a swing at it. Does not do very well. It kind of like hits the chitinous armor on its head and like goes off to the side. And he's like, oh shit. So he didn't do well because apparently I can never roll fucking well when it's my own goddamn turn. So up next will be Harmonia.
Alrighty. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action, dash around. 5, 10, 15. I'm going to scoop behind.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and do a hack and slash, but I'm gonna use my feet for the first time.
Okay.
I've never used feet before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take, hold up, my great axe, which is heavy and I am proficient in it.
Okay.
I'm going to make an attack. I can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. If I still hit, I get to add 10 to the damage.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And the flank means that I get to roll at advantage, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you do roll with advantage because you are flanking.
So that means it's a plus. I am so glad for that advantage, and holy hell, nice. That's a 17. The
17
other roll
hits.
was a nat 1.
Oof. Yeah. 17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me. That's 17 after your -5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
because
go ahead, roll damage.
It was a 16. Usually my 2 hit is +6, so you subtract the 5 from that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So add 10 to whatever damage you roll.
So that's going to be, holy fuck. All right, so that's 9 + 4, which is 13, so 23.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, so you bring your battle axe down, and you actually manage to you kind of bring it around, and you actually cut off the stinger on its tail, and this kind of green ichor kind of shoots out of the tail. Pretty gnarly. That was a hefty hit. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
That's all you can do. So now it is our scorpion's turn. So the one you just hit is actually going to turn and go for you because you just took out a huge chunk. So it's going to do 2 attacks, one which each claw against you.
Okie dokie.
One is a dirty 20.
That hits.
And then
one is a bleep.
Bleep. One is a 13.
That matches.
Okay, so both hit. So you take... where's my die that I want? Okay, so 12, 13. So you take 14 points of damage total, and then you are actually grappled.
All right.
And the second claw that hit you, so you are now grappled in this claw. And then the other one is going to skitter over. It's going to skitter actually over to Zook because it seems more of a threat. And it's going to take 2 attacks against Zook. I rolled D8s instead of D20s. I was like, wow, that's so low. Ouch. Both hit Zoog. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Zoog takes 10 points of damage. Boom, boom. And he is also currently grappled. 10. So you both are grappled in each critter's Gizerhoozer claws. So after that, we go to Luke. It is your turn again.
Yay! Okay. Oh, I was muted. Whoops. So if I see both of them getting hurt, can I heal both of you? 35, 45. Cool. Okay, you're still in range. But I don't have any healing that I can do. I will bonus action. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to attack. I will bonus action slash my spiritual weapon at this scorpion.
Okay, go for it.
So both of my ranged, both of these actions are bonus. Nope.
What'd you roll?
A 4. In total, it's a 10.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Less than last time.
So once again, he kind of like swipes. As you go to bring it down, they actually swipe its tail away from, like, kind of like away through the ethereal magic.
All right.
That you kind of use. That's a bonus action.
Okay, and then I guess it's not casting a spell. So
That is not casting a spell.
I guess I can still cast.
Yes, you can.
None of these.
Open your eyes.
Because they're all healies. Well, they're not healies. They're all touch. I guess I'll cast Guiding Bolt on this one.
Okay.
See if that helps.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Roll
use
an
different
attack.
dice. Yes. Okay, see, much better. This is a 19 plus 6.
19 hits.
25. That is 4d6 of light damage.
Ouch.
And you'll have advantage.
Ouch.
10, 16, 20. So that is 20 light damage on this one, as I just gave up and smashed it and hit it with light. I was like, you know what, I'll just...
Yeah,
Boom.
so you bring up your hand again, and like all the other times, the water seems to like run down your arm and like form this like kamehameha of water that just like launches out. His spirit bomb is probably a better term. So you pretty much like
No,
so this like kind of ball of water shoots out from your hands and slams into this scorpion, and like the water continues to like move around, and it's kind of like a bright blue color, so it makes it a little easier to hit. But you can tell that hit hurt. Like it is kind of like writhing on the ground with your friend still in its claws. It's looking rough. There's like plates that have been kind of like broken apart by that hit, and by the slash the Harmonia gave it. So it's looking rough.
Nice.
I know this tabaxi is killing me,
I love it.
but I love you too, handsome. Are you my baby?
But yeah. And then I will just use my movement to get over there, just in case I need to be closer.
Okay, I'm really glad I'm not using an old man voice, because I'm really scared of him in this old man voice again.
It's my turn?
That is into your turn. Awesome. Reyes, it is your turn.
Yeah. So the one that I had targeted that has disadvantage on deception checks is going to have to insightful fighting, so it has to roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Okay, sir.
Against.
I set up a freaking dice box and I can't even goddamn use it because. Did you say wisdom? Is that a wisdom?
No, it's a deception check. They have to roll a deception check.
Right. I don't have. This character does not have.
Deception.
Charisma.
Disgrace.
Then it probably has a
Charisma.
0 to it.
I mean, it has stats. It's
Charisma.
just the.
Yeah, it's a charisma check.
It's charisma.
Good. That is a 4.
Oh, good. I
This
rolled a
might
4, but my
surprise you.
insight makes it a 12. So
The giant scorpion has a -4 charisma because they're not
Cool.
very charismatic.
Then
Except
I
the one who's
now have
Elvis.
advantage on my attacks against it.
Awesome. This is very easy. I'm here for it.
That is 17.
17 hits.
And then I have the 3. So that's 8 piercing. No, 12 piercing and
Oh god.
3 necrotic.
12 piercing, 3 necrotic. And you'd also get sneak attack, I believe.
I included that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 3 d6 plus my 4 was the 8.
What 3 necrotic you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So once again, you bring your bow up and you shoot. I'm trying to convince my cat to go into my sweatshirt. Come here.
No, you're just flashing the audience. It's fine.
Hey, my shirt says security on it.
Yay!
So you shoot your arrow again and it launches into us, and this time you like
pierce through like one of its eyes, and it rears up, bringing your friend Zug with it. And then there's behind the eye, you see like a poof of pink magic, and it's also looking rather hurt.
That's my turn.
Awesome. So up next will actually be Zug. So they are going to try and escape. Please. I just rolled a natural 20. So they like bring their battle axe down like between kind of them and the pincer, and they kind of like pivot it out. So the pincer like bursts open. So that is their action. For their bonus, they're going to do an action surge, give themselves another attack. Please don't play this game with me. That's not bad. So that's going to be an 18. So they hit. I actually hit one of my things for once, guys. Okay, but that was a dick. So they only did like 7 points of damage because I rolled a 1. Rude as hell. No, I did my math.
So
6
rude.
points of damage. So this guy took 6 points of damage. I said 6. 18. Okay. So that scorpion's looking real rough, and then he's going to use his motion. He's going to kind of skirt around it, try and get to the backside of it, away from the pincers. Harmonia, you're up next. So you're currently in. So you can attack. You just have you'd have disadvantage because you're being held, but you have advantage because it was shot with a guiding bolt. So it'd be a straight roll if you want to attack it, or you can use your action.
Do anything straight.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just go for the attack then.
Okay, so just say
I don't have the ability to bonus action and rage first, do I?
you can. Yeah.
Okay, then screw it. I'm gonna rage.
Yeah, totally. So you kind of feel that well of
This
confidence that you always kind of
confidence.
have in you, and it just kind of like, ah, they're like wrinkling your clothes.
Let's do this. This
So
is
go ahead and do a straight roll for me.
Not
Hottie
very
boy.
cash money of you. Oh, beautiful. That is That's an 18.
18 hits. Go and roll some damage.
Da-da-da. Max fucking damage. Let's go.
Oof.
That is 18.
Okay, so you bring your battle axe up, and you kind of like for a moment it's hard to move your arms because it's like got you around, and it's squeezing. It hurts. So as you kind of like get your arms up, you bring the axe down where you actually cut through the arms, and then as you turn, you kind of bring it and you like bisect the scorpion. And this like green vicar kind of sprays on you, but it is dead. Gross. You still have some movement. Do you want to move anywhere? Or you want to hang there?
Let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna move 5, 10, 15.
Okay. So up next is actually this one's turn. This one is going to, you just killed its buddy, so it is actually going to go for you. Because you killed his friend, prepare to die.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Like, this is fucking... I rolled an 8, and I rolled an 15. Wow, my brain said no math.
The 15 does hit, though.
15 hits. Okay. So the first claw like comes around and
I like how it always looks like Sydney's drinking directly from a wine bottle.
is getting drunk.
Because you are.
So the first claw comes around and you kind of like bash it away with your
sparkling grape juice.
Aren't you fancy? You bash it away with your axe, and then the other one, as you're kind of like moving your arm to bash away that claw, the other one comes around, gets you. It does 10 points of damage, and you are once again grappled. So that is that. It is going to start. It's got one of you. It's going to turn and start actually making a run for it with you. It's just about there.
Does that mean attack of opportunity?
Yes, he does, which he will take. Okay, it's not bad. So that's a natural 19 plus all his just. So as he like going, Zoog takes their great axe and kind of like swipes at one of the legs. That's not a bad roll. Okay, so that's 13 points of damage. So he actually manages to cut off a couple of the legs. So I'm actually going to put him back a bit because he's now half speed because he's missing some legs. All right, so after that, it will be Luke's turn.
How hurt did Harmonia and Zook look?
Zook looks sort of hurt. Harmonia, how hurt are you, Harmonia? You look a little rough.
Yeah, a little rough.
Like half your HP rough, or
like a little more than that.
Okay.
Because remember, I got hit 3 times.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Got
How
hit 3 times.
far can this go? 30 feet.
I think I'm more than 30.
You are 5 feet out of range.
Yeah. You
And
could
I
also
will
move.
just- Oh, wait,
Unless you
movement's
can
not an
move.
action, so yeah, I'll just
Movement is not action. We're playing D&D, not Pathfinder.
I'll just wander over there, and I'm gonna use my channel divinity, which is just for me reciting the Hippocratic Oath, and give you 20 HP. Is
thank
the maximum
God.
amount I can give.
Beautiful. Oh, I love it.
So as you start chanting this, you see that from the
Come on.
ground below you, there seems to be like as if the plants themselves are giving up kind of like their essence, their water. So the plants like don't brown, but they wilt just a little bit, not much. Calm down.
I'm bloodbending.
And you see the like water like wrap around the scorpion's leg, and then past the claw, and then around Harmonia, and like you feel like some of your cuts and wounds just slowly like closing where it was, and like as the water like soaks into your skin. It's very moisturizing too.
Mm-hmm. It's like the best
Moist.
skincare
Moist.
It's the
regimen.
best skincare. Like, I'm feeling extra confident now.
And then as
yeah.
a bonus action, because that's just my action. I can't
Hey.
I can't attack. Yeah, I can only move the sword. I don't think I can attack with it.
I believe you can move
No,
and
it says-
attack.
Yeah, you can move and attack. Okay, cool. I can only move it 20 feet, so I will move this next to the thing or the scorpion and attack it. And third
Gotta roll
time's a
for
charm
attack.
with this.
Come on, buddy, you can do it.
You can do it. You can do it.
Because it's the only fighty I can do as a bonus.
Do it. Do it.
No!
You can't do it.
Was it less than what you rolled before?
No, it's 12 this time.
That unfortunately does not hit.
I'm gonna stop prepping. Well, I can't stop prepping the spell, but
It's always Fred. Yeah, so once again you bring it down, but like it seems to like move out of the way, as it feels like this water rolling up its body.
I'm sorry. Scalpels are usually for precision, not just kind of swinging wildly.
You see me still in my rage, kind of watch the scalpel, and then just look at you.
It's like precision surgery.
So that's it. Reyes, you're up next.
Still grappled.
I'm just
by
saying,
it.
where's the butthole? Where's the butthole? Fire! Do I say natural 20 out loud, or do I
Okay. Nat 20. Gotcha. Awesome.
on where's the butthole? Are we doubling dice, or are we
I believe we decided double dice. Am I correct in that? Yeah, I believe we decided to double dice.
okay?
That also includes your sneak attack. Like you
Yeah.
double all of it.
And then double the. Okay, so 8 necrotic,
Mm-hmm.
28 piercing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so as you are saying this, the tail lifts up and you shoot where you think the butthole would be. and the like arrow goes into it, and then there's like the usual explosion of pink energy. Just this time, I should ask, how do you want to do this? Because you killed it. So
I said, where's the butthole? You would
Okay.
do it.
I'll keep going. So there's like a poof of energy, and then it seems almost as like the poof of energy kind of like makes it implode a little bit. So there's like a poof that you see between all the cracks of its armor, and then just like the whole thing just crumbles in on itself, letting you go, Harmonia. And there's now 2 carcasses of giant scorpions.
360 no scope.
That's what happens when you roll a 19.
That's...
Zuga's like, well, hell, that was
I'll jump down. 360 no scope. I say once more.
That was incredibly terrifying and awful in every single way, and I hated it.
That felt good.
But you survived, and you made several attacks. You're fine.
I'm also just gonna put a hand on Zog and go, right, okay, so this is healing. And cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
4, let me roll. Nice. Where's the calculator? 12 HP.
Awesome. You see kind of like the bruises and the marks he had seem complete. He's like kind of like, he might have had like a cracked rib. He kind of like moves. He's like, I'm not appreciative. It seems y'all really were a good people to have with.
Yeah, Britta Bob here is quite amazing.
All right.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
I'm
You
still
were pretty
just
cool over there, you know,
I'm
when you
still
were
kind of chilling with the claw just like on my body.
in the
I'm just
claw.
like,
It was throwing you around, and you just didn't care.
and I slashed its buddy to death.
That was lit.
Oh god, this one's trying to be an influencer. That's fun.
Zug is gonna head over to the one that's still holding you, and is gonna start kind of like, it looks like harvesting some of the armor on this thing.
I have a question, and this is probably gonna sound weird.
All right.
I've never encountered scorpions this big before. Can you harvest their stuff? Like, what can you harvest from them?
Well, I can tell you the plates here make some all right armor if you sell it to the right person. If I'm not quite skilled at it, but some people like to harvest the poison that they keep in the stingers that the DM forgot about.
Oh, do you guys use that for antidotes?
Not quite often.
Could make an antidote with it.
But if you want to try getting it, it's a bit harder to get. Some people eat the meat on the scorpion, but at least for this one here, I wouldn't suggest it. That was quite a...
I would like to look for gold coins inside of it.
Make a perception check. Or investigation, your choice.
If they're gold coins, I want to do my best to just hide them.
17?
So if there's...
So you start digging through, and you're getting this kind of green ichor all over you. You do not find any gold coins. You find like...
Hey, come on!
There's like an arrowhead and one that looks half burnt through. You find like a couple of bones of assorted animals that have obviously like acid pockmarked.
You're supposed to drop gold when creatures die.
I'm gonna try and crack into the claws and see if there's any meat in those.
Okay.
That I can harvest.
Go ahead and
food.
make a survival check for me.
I'm watching this happen and going, we bought food.
Too bad.
Are you alright there yelling out at the sky? I don't know what you mean about coins.
16.
Yeah, so you crack open the claw that's around you. You find a little bit of meat. You're not really sure how to cook it. If you do have to cook it, it kind of looks very like stringy, gangly. I don't know if you ever accidentally beheaded a crawdad like I have. in science class, so it was already there for dissection. I just accidentally beheaded it.
Britta Bob.
So kind of stringy.
Britta Bob doesn't have this knowledge, but Sid does. Scorpion meat is actually very stringy, and depending on the poison type it has, it can be very fulfilling. This is Sid knowledge, not
It's
Luke's.
It's kind of like crab. Like crab is very stringy. Kind of same idea.
Mm-hmm. It's arachnid meat. Useless.
Should you perhaps remove the poison? I don't. They're gonna harm themselves at this point.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, I can say
poison earlier, didn't you?
If you cook it properly, it's not bad.
I didn't prep that for today.
Pretty.
I'll definitely give it a try.
We can try, if we want to get the fire going, you can more than welcome to. I think I'm going to head back to bed.
Yeah.
I think I might also go to sleep. Also,
actually, I think I'm going to cook it up in the morning before we head on the road again.
Does anybody else need any, magic to keep them alive? Or,
no, I'm fine.
I'm doing alright. I think
do you need more or sleep?
Nah. I just need sleep. It'll patch me up.
I'm going to return to my tree.
Okay, your watch is gonna come up soon, so I will wake you up.
Once you're done your watch, I will do mine.
And Zog, do you need?
I'm all right, but I appreciate it. You did quite a good job already. Okay. But I'm gonna head back to sleep because the thing I can tell you about traveling is that sleep when you can.
Okay.
And he's gonna head back to his tent.
I will start my watch, I guess.
Yep.
I'm just gonna give you a tiny little pat on the head before I go to bed.
I don't make any face until you're gone, and I go, I did a good job.
I also said that they did a good job. All right.
Oh, poor Reyes.
What kind of perception?
Yeah.
I can't roll high with. Why am I using the dice I know is bad? 15.
Yeah, your watch seems to go pretty chill the rest of the time. You see, it's just some nocturnal critters kind of going over to the dead scorpions and seem to start scavenging a little bit.
I'm watching raccoons harvest the meat of a poisoned scorpion.
Pretty much, and these raccoons look vicious AF.
Are they accordion? Not accordion. Whatever the super long boys.
The slinkies.
They actually seem to be a bit smaller. They're not you're kind of looking at them when you first thought they were raccoons, so looking at them a little more, you see that they seem to have almost like rat tails. So they have the facial walk-ups of raccoons, but then kind of the tail of a possum, like a weird hybrid.
Confusing. I am going to take a tiny bit of meat out of my rations and throw it at them.
Okay, as you throw out, one does kind of come up and it kind of looks at you.
I don't know if it's good or bad that I.
And kind of runs back to the group, and then you see another one kind of look over at you,
That's all I've got.
And then once they realize you're not going through anything else, they finally kind of gather some food in their little hands and start scampering away.
I gotta put my phone somewhere. I can't. My phone. I got a notification saying, "Hey, there's a new deal on this game. You want to spend $50 for coins
you
and gems?"
cannot.
And I was like, "God damn!" I'm trying to
Not
look
allowed.
at my character sheet.
So that's your turns. Do you wake the next person up for watch?
Yes. I'm going to. Can I wake up Reyes by allowing a drop of water to drip from my hand onto their nose?
Oh, they're actually up in a tree.
I'm wearing a mask,
you're in a
and I'm up a tree.
And they have a mask on.
But that'd be so funny. I'm just gonna look up at the tree and go, how am I supposed to?
Just gonna put you're just gonna hold my hand with yours so I pee myself because you don't have a cup of water.
Climbing the tree a little halfway,
asshole.
And then look at Reyes. Hey, it's I'm gripping onto it tightly. It's your turn for a watch.
Let's see. Yeah, I hear it.
I mean, if not, I was gonna fully poke you and just have water touch your neck or something. Cold water.
All right. Well.
Okay, I'm gonna climb down now.
Yeah, be careful.
As you're make an athletics check, see if you can actually climb down without falling.
Oh, listen. I've climbed a tree before, and I've fallen each and every time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now you want to make good rolls. It's a 19 in total.
Okay, you easily make your way back down and head to bed. And then if you want to take us off the battle map, that would be fantabulous.
I thought I moved us. Whoopsies.
No worries. I thought so too, and then I looked. So go ahead and make a perception check for me, Reyes.
You would think that rolling a 15 meant that I rolled high.
Mm-hmm.
No, I rolled 15.
Okay, so your watch as well seems pretty quiet. The sun starts rising. Zug actually kind of gets up as the sun, just a little bit after sunrise.
Long rest.
Is that a short
You
or
all
a
can
long
go ahead
rest?
and get you all get a long rest.
Okay. Oh, then I could have used more spells.
Yeah, I mean it was early, I mean even though it was halfway through the first watch, you guys also were able to get enough sleep. So y'all can long rest it. Zook gets up, starts kind of like starting up the fire again, getting food prepared. You all wake up to the smell of cooking breakfast.
I will remove my mask and have my ski mask on underneath it.
Okay. Zook kind of looks at you, very confused. But
I'm incredibly ugly, and then I eat whatever is put out.
That's
all
not
right.
true.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you give him the scorpion meat to cook, or do you want to try and cook it?
I would like to attempt to cook it
can
myself.
I see that before you try and cook it?
Sure.
And I'm just gonna grab it, and this time I did prep it since I did go back to sleep. And go Brita filter. To cast Purify Food and Drink as a ritual. I'm not using my spell slots this early in the fucking morning.
Okay. As you do that, you do see there's some of the green ichor kind of like drips from the meat into the ground.
Poor plants. Those poor plants.
Yeah, the plants
guys.
are a little
Yeah,
rough.
all Harmonia hears is screaming.
He just is screaming for like 1,000 voices, like, "Oh, help me! Help me!" The god said no.
Thank God I can't actually understand them.
The green rain kills.
But yeah, I'm gonna ritual cast Purify Food and Drink. I'm just in my brain chanting Brita filter.
I love it. I'm here for these new names for the assorted spells.
In
Yeah,
a world
so
where you're not used to magic, that's what you call it.
go ahead and roll a performance check to see if you can actually. I'm gonna say so you can see if you can perform this task.
Would you say it was Arcana instead?
Not if Harmonia is cooking it.
Yeah.
Oh, Harmonia, not me.
Would that be
No, you don't have to roll
performance or survival?
Performance. I'm gonna say.
Can I just say I rolled that expecting to have to roll performance and rolled a nat 1.
Wait, don't I?
Your performance sucked. No, I'm joking.
I out loud was chanting Brita filter.
You were out loud chanting Brita filter, and
So-
Zook's like, "The fuck."
That's
Is that
not
a new
terrible.
spell?
That's a 15.
Okay, you burn it a little bit, so there's a bit of like, on one side's pretty burnt, the other seems okay. It's very stringy. It's a weird mix between really tough chicken and like crab. I mean, it doesn't taste bad. If you had some better spices, might be better.
That actually sounds really good right about now.
Bitch,
now I'm hungry.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. But it wasn't bad.
Next time we get giant scorpion meat, I'm gonna need something better to cook it with.
Right. It's sometimes a hard thing to cook, but you gave it a good try. It looks like not too bad. Maybe turn it a little more than what you did.
I'm not used to having to cook it myself.
Well, around here, you best be getting used to it.
Yeah, I will eventually.
So, morning progresses. You go ahead and hitch up the horses again. You now have some like assorted scorpion armor, kind of like piled into the cart as well. Anything you guys want to do as we go, or shall we continue on?
Hey, Luke.
Oh.
50 minutes later.
Just one quick thing. Just thanks.
For the
The healing, the Brita filtering. Not bad. You're kind of like a good Doc Ock.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Okay, we're moving on.
I called you a Brita filter.
Okay, but Doc Ock, Spider-Man. So these are the highest compliments for a nerd.
Go ahead and everyone roll a d20 for me. He wants to roll a d20.
Tibbs.
Okay, go for it.
6.
I call the next one.
Okay, so about mid-morning, you see some dark clouds start rolling.
No.
Into this, like, across the sky, and you hear like the distant line of like of thunder, and then these kind of like fat, heavy droplets start like raining down onto you guys. It's just the road kind of becomes a bit muddier, so it just takes you guys a little longer. Which Zug, can't even say his name wrong. Zug kind of yells, I was like, well,
Zordon.
Well, this storm's gonna slow us down a bit. We would have been there in a couple hours, but might not be till a bit later in the day. Which is true. You guys at one point kind of like push the cart out of like some thick mud. But as the night slowly starts to fall, you do see the lights from the town ahead of Venzor, which Venzor is a much bigger town than what Hayfield was. Still a lot of like timber and stone used for these buildings, same kind of timber. So, the kind of pastel colors you pass, most of Hayfield is just like one or the other. I don't know if, are you trying to say something, Sid? Because you're muted. Okay. You see a couple different taverns, some other general stores. There's like a bit more. There's like an actual proper town square with, a big grenade, but then also you see on the kind of eastern edge is a dock that there's a few barges set up there, which is where Zug actually kind of heads straight over to, is a big barge that has one cart on it as already. So he gets out, he talks to a man that's kind of in a more waterproof pelt jacket of sorts with a hood. And then they start waving on your cart. Zoo comes up, we'll have to wait till the storm passes, but the cart's loaded up. If you guys wanna, I can take you over to the closest tavern. Which he kind of points over to the stone building, and it has just an image of of a fish, and you see the.
We gonna be staying here for tonight, or do we head out?
Well, they're probably. Depending on when the storm doesn't end soon, we'll have to wait in the morning.
That makes sense. It'd probably be better to travel in the morning anyways.
So, but the carts hit here for the night. They'll get it set. There's guards around here, so we can go kind of dry off, warm up, and head over to that pub. I've stayed there a few times. It's not bad.
Sure.
Sounds all right to me.
Heading over to the pub. You walk in. It's much bigger than the Drunken Spoon. There's a lot more tables. There's actually kind of like a 2-bar setup with 2 different bartenders. One is this giant minotaur that has his head thrown back laughing. The other is actually another person, kind of looks like your friend Luke. Blue, seems a bit more feminine.
Are they the reskinned? Are they the reskinned NPC? Like, do I notice any reskinned NPCs? Just different colored, different outfits, but the same NPC.
No, they're all like a whole person.
You do not. They seem to be this one. Well, Luke is a bit more of like blues. This one is kind of like a blue green mix. Their hair almost seems as if it's like a constant waterfall down their back, like moving waterfall almost.
All right, which one of you are the quest givers?
The few people at the table around you kind of looks at you.
I walk to a different table.
I'm gonna put a coal. I'm gonna like make the water on my hand icy and then touch Reyes.
Is there? Again,
I'm just doing it.
Oh, is there someone here who?
Will you
Is
just
there a
go
mystery
sit
that is
down?
required?
Duke puts their hand on your shoulder and is like, just go sit down with your friends. I'll get us some drinks.
You know, there's another place you could put those cold fingers. Anyways, I'll walk away.
Okay, Zook heads to the bar and starts talking to the other water genasi. And as you sit there, the person at the table next to you, which you see, at first you just see their hair is in these like intricate braids. That is, once I read my description, like really
Hold on,
long.
while I pull out my descriptions, which I do every.
Yeah, all the time. Long white hair that's in these like really intricate braids. They have darker skin. Their cloak, as they move, it seems to like blend in with what's around them, so it's hard to really see like their body shape. But they turn to look at their table, and well, I would probably say maybe don't make yourself so obvious that you're new. And that is actually where we're going to end our session for tonight.
We've only done 5 minutes of story.
You guys have done a lot of fucking around.
I blame that on Squid.
Yeah, that's all me. You know what? That's
kind of on us.
Oh no, that was purely me. I spent a large amount of time trying to explain influences.
There's been a lot of fucking around.
I had to fuck around and fix it.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna just show up to next stream with like a muzzle, and I'm just gonna have like a little thing. And
Plus, I want to end on a fun little cliffhanger for once. I never end on cliffhangers.
That was a super cool cliffhanger.
It was. That's why I want to know more. I don't want to stop.
I want to know who this bitch boy is.
Yeah, it's not like I ever leave anything on cliffhangers.
Never, not at all.
When they look at you, they have very sharp facial features, and their pupils are completely white, with like rimmed with like a very light blue. So that's kind of what you notice at first. So
that's gonna be fun.
We were supposed to talk to them today and have the whole adventure, but we fucked around too much.
Yeah, you actually were supposed to talk to them. Well, you rolled encounters like you did, and B, y'all had to explain what a phone was, and convince that each person was not a betraying. It's rare. So
I should have just taken the books and gone.
I love it was a good, nice little moment. I just giving you shit.
It was a
nice little character moment for everyone involved.
I'm just gonna take things and silently go. Thank you.
So thank you for sticking around with us and enjoying this hopefully enjoyable game.
We'll be on our thing tomorrow.
Yes. So tomorrow at 6:30 Central and whatever they are other ones, because I'm a thembo, I don't know.
And we didn't leave on any interesting cliffhanger involving an exploding bomb or anything. So
happened at all. It was super boring.
I didn't have messages all week being like, "What happened next?"
Definitely.
I've been dreaming about that train.
I've been so ready for the ink. It's disgusting.
I'm not prepared.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Anyways, so thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoy.
I'm gonna see how much of an e-boy I can look tomorrow too.
Do it.
I'm gonna just use my usual squirrel look.
Yep.
Like I said, thank you so much for joining. Please give a follow and a subscription if you can to AwfullyQueerHeroes. Please jump over.
People don't want to listen to us doing this.
Give us a follow, subscription to Aldrich Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Please
come spread some love.
Spread some love. We love you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Have a great rest.
Have a wonderful night, everyone. We love you. Bye.